Welcome to Midwest Paranormal Presents Paranormal Soup. I'm your host, Jason Bland, and tonight I have my paranormal mamas with me, Katrina Cooper and Rody Speake. Katrina Cooper, if you haven't known, has been on the show plenty of times. She was the first spiritual medium that I've ever had on the show that did live readings on the show, and she blew me away personally when I first met her. We'll talk a little more about that if you haven't heard the story, but she blew me away our first meeting many years ago. Now it feels like. And we hit it off right away. And she convinced me right away that she's a very special woman with very incredible talents. I mean, there's just things she knew there's no way she could know. And I've had so many people say that. Well, tonight, we're going to talk with Katrina and Rody about some of their past investigations, but they've been doing a show on Sundays, Forever Friends, before our show at 4 p.m. Central, where they have, do live readings on air for people. Now, tonight, you can get a reading from Katrina, but it's not as extensive as those Forever Friend live readings she does. These will be short readings, but even when she does these short readings, she blows me away every time. It's incredible what she's able to do just through a phone line. On her Forever Friend, she has them right up there, usually on a video call. It's incredible. You have to see Katrina Cooper to believe it. You really do. It's amazing. And then Rody Speake, an incredible paranormal investigator. We'll talk about. We don't have any evidence to play tonight. COVID is really a bad thing for ghost hunting right now. I had one of my investigators in my group like, all right, I think it's time. We need to get back into it. I had a lot of paranormal investigators itching to get back out there. I can tell. COVID. And I think we're all ready for 2020 to be over. We got some World Wide Web weird, a lot of weird to get to, and some stuff I didn't have in the World Wide Web weird, but I heard about the asteroid supposedly heading towards us the day before Election Day. Please put us all out of our misery. Oh my God, I can't wait for 2020 to be over. So stressful. If you're stressed out, this is our place to come to relax, hang out, enjoy with my paranormal mamas, Katrina Cooper and Rody Speake tonight. Call in later in the show. We're going to do a World Wide Web weird. We're going to talk with these lovely ladies, and we will open up the phone lines probably after the second commercial break to take your calls and have Katrina do a mini reading for you. But let's go ahead and get rolling into the show. Welcome to another night of Paranormal Soup. As I said before, I'm your host, Jason Bland. Tonight's guests, Katrina Cooper, Spiritual Medium, and Rody Speake are here with us now. Go ahead and bring these lovely ladies on. How are you guys doing?
Thanks so much for having us.
Yeah, we're doing well. Thanks for having us.
You ladies look incredible and beautiful as always.
Our paranormal son.
I love you too. I've been waiting for this. I got down. I'm booked pretty much for 2020, and I was getting down to my last dates. I'm like, I'm going to run out of room. I got to make sure I get them on. And so you guys know, these guys are our regulars for our Halloween show too, which we'll do October 25th, and we'll have these ladies back on. That we usually do like the spirit box stuff and other fun stuff for Halloween. So we'll save that for then. Tonight's about your amazing ability to be able to read people over the phone. So I want people to call in later on. We'll get those phone lines out. Of course, always joining me every Sunday night is my beautiful co-host, Jamie D. How you doing tonight, Jamie?
Doing well, thank you. Always the time when we've got the girls.
The fires aren't at your back door yet, are they?
Not yet.
Oh, I worry about you. And then we got Rob in St. Augustine, Florida. Eventually, I think a hurricane, one of the two are going to end up heading your way. How you doing?
Yeah, we got hurricanes and alligators, but I'm used to it. So,
and just being Florida.
Yeah, just Florida. It's crazy enough as it is. So, I don't think anything affects me anymore.
Yeah. No, I don't know Florida stories tonight in the World Wide Web of Weird, but we do have a lot of creature ghost stuff tonight in the World Wide Web of Weird. So let's go ahead and roll into the World Wide Web of Weird. Tonight on the World Wide Web of Weird, it's a continuing story, the UFO disclosure. Last week we talked about the rumors the pretty much confirmed rumors at the time that they were going to create a task force, some kind of task force, the government was, to investigate UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomenon, or what we know as UFOs. And now they have. This is from Unexplained Mysteries. Pentagon officially confirms UFO task force. For those listening on the Paranormal Radio app, we are a webcast. You can watch the pictures or see some of the videos we share, or just listen and narrate as best as possible. Rob's running the World Wide Web of Weird. It's this first one, no pictures, really nothing really to show us. Up the article here from Unexplained Mysteries. U.S. government has confirmed that. Whoa, what was that?
Ooh,
That was,
it's already starting.
all right, don't say that. U.S. government has confirmed that it has set up a body dedicated to investigating the UFO phenomenon. Yesterday, we reported there had been rumors that the Pentagon was going to unveil a new UFO task force. And sure enough, and we talked about this last Sunday, less than 24 hours later, this news has been officially confirmed, known as the Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon Task Force. Not very inventive. The new body was set up by Deputy Defense Secretary David Norquist to bolster existing efforts, because it's already there, to investigate the phenomenon under the Office of Naval Intelligence. Why the Navy?
The Navy always gets involved.
Submersibles.
Yeah. And why now? What's changed?
What I thought about it with him picking the Navy is, what is it, Gary McKenna, whatever, the guy who got hacked the NASA database. He said that there was already a Space Force. This is years ago. And I mean, he's wanted, for his crimes of hacking NASA. There was already a U.S. Space Force, and it was run by the Navy, which I always thought back then was surprising. And that they had ships that had names like the USS Enterprise, even, and like the Hillenkotter, which, if anybody knows, the Majestic 12 stuff. So I find it interesting that the Navy gets this, because a lot of people talk about the Navy. A lot of stuff's run through the Navy intelligence office when it comes to
Well,
UFOs.
they could still be habiting under the depths of our oceans.
Right. Well, that'd be one of besides the moon, that'd be the other good hiding spot, is the depths of our oceans. I mean, if they got the technology to cross the universe or defy gravity, they can easily probably build a base underwater.
Easily.
I go back and forth if I even believe in this, but if it is, it really blows your mind. And think, if it was to be known by everyone, think what it would do to religion.
That's always been the question. what will not just, I was talking about this today at my work. I was made to watch some social justice warrior stuff to be a better person, right? But I was talking about, all this fighting that's going on right now and all this stuff. I made the Reagan speech that he made 3 times. Basically, all that would change if we all, stop being stupid, realize we're all one human race. And that would happen if the October surprise we keep talking about is aliens landed on the White House lawn or something. That's what would change it.
It would.
I
We're
agree.
Earthlings.
Yep.
Especially if those aliens wanted to eat us or something, like, or an Independence Day on us. We really would say, yeah, I don't care about any of that crap anymore. We're all human. We're all in this together now. Now we're really in this together. We're really in this together.
We all taste the same to them.
Let's move on. We've covered a lot of this stuff, the Pentagons. We had a lot to get to. So, 2020 has been such a crap year. It really has. Everybody knows it. Me and my wife are completely stressed out and trying to deal with our kid going back to school and not trusting it and dealing with my work and everything. But I have to reflect on other people in the world that are suffering with the weirdness and bullcrap of 2020. And this guy wins the prize in China. Oh my God. Watch man get knocked out by falling cat. A bizarre piece of security footage from China shows a shocking moment when a cat falls from the sky and knocks an elderly man unconscious. The jaw-dropping scene reportedly occurred last month at Gao Fenghua. I probably butchered that. Was walking his dog in the city of Harbin. Their normal routine bit of exercise took a very strange turn when a cat suddenly dropped from above and struck the man in the head. Incredibly, the falling feline hit the man with such force that it knocked him out and left him crumbled in a heap on the pavement. Go ahead and play it and see. Make sure you can expand that. People need to see this. So you see he's walking his dog there. Boom. Let me get that.
Boom.
Might be hard for people to see, but yeah, it drops right on his head. Cat's fine, just walks off. Now, it gets even weirder. No. It gets even weirder. So his dog doesn't notice he's out. His dog walks over. He's like getting into something or drinking some water or whatever. And then watch. There's the cat. He's still hanging around. The dog's like, what happened? What happened? On the ground. Yeah, and he's got shoes on. He's got boots or boxing gloves because just wait. He's like, you right there. He knows the cat, the little jerk cat is responsible. They start fighting with his little boots.
God, that's so cute.
The man ended up in the hospital. Incredibly, the falling feline hit the man with such force that it knocked him out and left him crumbled in a heap in the pavement. The cat, on the other hand, appeared to be just fine and quickly scrambled away from the injured senior citizen. In a testament to loyalty, the man's best friend, Feng Hu's dog, wound up cornering the creature that took down his owner, and a brief confrontation ensued. It's awesome. Although the footage, which has gone viral online over the last few days, may be seen as amusing by some, it was no laughing matter for the Fenghu. The man wound up spending the next 23 days, in the hospital due to his injuries caused by his unexpected encounter with the cat. And he's expected to need additional physical therapy to fully recover from this unfortunate event. This cat had probably fallen from a very high place.
That's what I want to say is, where the hell did the cat come from?
It landed right on his head.
Yeah, it had to be like, it couldn't have just been like up on that light pole or something. It had to be like way up.
Maybe he fell out of a window or
I
something.
said that too, or a terrace.
Yeah.
I can't believe that cat ran away like
That's
that.
called his. He took up 5 lives that day.
It goes over there, but it goes over to the corner and just sits there and waits just to check out its damage it did. And then the dog, what I find incredible is that the dog knows the cat's responsible. He didn't see it. Notice the dog didn't see what happened. And he stops and turns around and sees what's going on. That he knew the cat was responsible.
I thought that was so sweet.
Animals read energy. I've learned so much the last 18 months volunteering at the shelter. That dog could read that cat's probably anxious or whatever, fearful energy.
He said, come on, let's fight.
That animals are awesome.
He said, come on, let's fight.
I got my gloves on. Come on. Put them up.
I know, Jamie, you're a cat lover, and I love my cat too, but cats are jerks. They really can be. All right,
They're temperamental.
I got something to say.
Yeah.
Rody's trying to train hers. Anybody want to tell her how that's going to end up?
He's getting there.
Just watch out when you're walking out
possible.
to your apartment complex and your cat takes its revenge on you by hitting you in the head. All right, let's move on. All right, next one. This is from Iceland. Icelandic musician captured footage of what appears to be a mysterious creature lurking on the side of a cliff. The odd scene, which can be which we're going to play here in a second, was formerly filmed by Vigdis Hauser Haralditer. I definitely butchered that. Last week, as she and her boyfriend were visiting the country's waterfall located in a national park in Iceland. I'm not even trying. I can't even pronounce that. Although she did not notice anything unusual at the time, she later noticed that one of the videos from her trip seemed to feature a curious interloper of some kind. In the footage, a puzzling black form can be seen popping up from behind a cliff as a mighty waterfall roars in the background. Posting the video to her Instagram account, she wrote that there were no people in the front of us and only a cliff so steep it could not carry anyone. Although she insisted that I'm not saying that this is an elf, the musician noticed the waterfall just happens to be located not too far from the Glacian Canyon that legend has it is the capital city of such entities. To that end, given numerous legends concerning elves in Iceland, many of her followers on Instagram suggested that she may have inadvertently filmed one of the entities at the cliff. More skeptical viewers, however, will likely suggest that the musician merely filmed something more prosaic than that, such as a plastic bag that had somehow got stuck on a spot. So go ahead and blow this up and play it. I don't know what this is. I zoom in as much as I could, slowed it down. So this is the original footage here we're going to see. You can tell she didn't notice it when she was filming because she totally goes right past it, zooms in. It's very quick clip. Then it gets odder as a zoom in. My wife pointed out, she said it kind of looks like a guy, like, sure it's not a guy spelunking, like he's got some scuba gear on there or something.
That looks like that walkie from Land of the Lost.
It does look like he's got the breathable thing right at the beginning of the clip. You see it coming up over his, I don't know, when they go.
Yeah, my wife thought. That's what she thought. She said it looks like, you sure something
see?
There?
Yeah. See? Right
Something's
there.
on it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a garbage
I
bag
think it looks like a person, but
You can see the
with a backpack on.
like the loop, like where their arms coming down, like you can see under their armpit there. You rewind that to the very last, the zoomed in one. Yeah, watch. You can see it. See, you can see it. Like
Yeah,
that's its.
right there.
wow. If that's real, that's
really
crazy.
super cool.
Yes.
The way they make it sound in the article, I used the Coast to Coast AM because I did read the actual article translated from a newspaper in Iceland. And the way they make it sound, the more detail about it is that there's no way anybody could be there where somebody is. There's no way somebody could be there. There's nothing to really hardly stand on.
Well, then that is supernatural.
Yeah.
If nobody,
Yeah.
there's definitely something there. And I swore I thought I saw ears.
Yeah, I don't know. I think my wife was onto something. She says, it looks like scuba gear. It looks like he's got some kind of gear on. I don't know. But all right, we got a lot more. So let's move on to the next one here. This one's just an article. Again, I think I got this off of Coast to Coast. Yeah. All right. Police in Ohio respond to a rather curious call this week from a person claimed to have spotted a small bipedal creature lurking in another state park, but this one's in Ohio. The eyebrow-raising report was relayed to officers from the county sheriff's office in the community's Athens on Wednesday. According to a Facebook post from the department, an unnamed individual at the park phoned them with concerns about what was described as a suspicious activity. When officers from the department arrived on the scene, the unnamed individual told them that a person across the lake at the park had been shining a red light at them. However, that bit of strangeness paled in comparison to what the witness said happened next. A short time later, wrote the sheriff's office, they observed a bipedal creature around 3 to 4 feet tall, walking near them and looking their direction. The report went on to say that they were uncertain as to what it was, but did not believe it to be a person. Alas, a patrol of the area turned up no sign of any person nor any mysterious creature. While one might be tempted to ponder if perhaps the bipedal creature could have been a Bigfoot, the diminutive size of the animal seems to preclude that possibility unless it was a juvenile Sasquatch. Meanwhile, members of the sheriff's office Facebook page have offered other tongue-in-cheek suggestions such as an alien or mini Mothman. Unfortunately, unless witnesses come forward with additional details of what they saw, the case remains a mystery. But I have like strange creature reports and more weirdness of 2020 happening here. What did they see? The red light thing. Seeing the red light makes me wonder. The Mothman thing, yeah, the red eyes and that. But like you said, it was small. It could be a young Bigfoot, but the red lights, I don't know. What were they seeing? Was it dimensional entity? Was a person messing with them? A midget out there having some fun on them, or some kids at night? I don't know.
A little person.
Sometimes a bear, if one of the front paws are injured, they walk like that. I've seen it on video, and they can sometimes resemble.
Yeah, but Ohio,
vaguely though, a person.
I don't know what bear population's like in Ohio. And it was only 3 feet tall, they said, walking near them and looking in their direction. So they say looking in their direction. So are they just getting an outline or a shadow? I would love to know more. Inquiring minds want to know more. All right, we'll move on, though. Because we got more. If I can get back to my notes. Okay. All right. Now we're on to some ghost stuff here. This is from the BirminghamHamelMail.co.uk website. Pictured eerie ghost woman in white stalks the Birmingham City Center building site. In this spine-chilling moment, this ghostly apparition of a woman was caught on camera walking through the Birmingham City Center building site. The eerie image has baffled security bosses at the site of Shelbourne Street since it was captured in the early hours of Tuesday, August 18th. The vision was picked up on a CCTV in the dead of night, but when the security performed a full patrol of the area just minutes later, they found it all clear. The woman appears to be wearing a dress and carrying an object as she walks past the building. I got two pictures in there, Rob. This is the zoom in of it, and then there's the original. That's the zoom in. This is crazy. The woman appears to be wearing a dress and carrying an object as she walks past the building's materials at the site near Broad Street. Security staff were alerted after a motion sensor picked up movement and snapped the sinister image. Adam Less, managing director of Limitless Security, said, "We provide security for the building site on Shelbourne Street in Birmingham City Center. In the early hours of Tuesday, we heard an alert say a motion sensor camera picked up movement on the site. Let's see. The images come through to my laptop, so I checked and saw the picture and notified security on site straight away, who did a full patrol but found nothing. It's incredibly strange. I have no idea what it could have been, but I didn't see it the rest of the night. The alert was raised at 1:53 a.m. on August 18th. 3 minutes later, once the site security responded and carried out full patrol, finding us all site clear. The image has been shared 1,000 times since. It was posted by Meg Little. Or _ Meg Little on Twitter. She wrote, "So my dad's building site in Birmingham, CCTV camera alerts this flashes when there's a movement, and this morning took this photo." I mean, does it look like she's kind of floating off the ground there? A little bit.
Yes.
It does look like something's off. It's like she's like a prom, like Carrie from Prom, like she's got the corsage.
That's fully.
And you can see her legs, and I don't know that. Everything screams to me fake. I'm sorry. Just does.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Just does.
I mean, I don't know. Or some reason.
I think there's overlays there.
Yeah, I would like to see the actual footage. Like it took a screen capture or an image of it. Did they have actual video footage of it is what I want to know.
I would like to see that too.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
But yeah,
It looks like somebody
You can see her legs, yeah.
You can see her legs, and it looks like the upper half and the bottom half was spliced together. Personally, it doesn't matter.
Well, it's hard to tell on a screen capture of a CCTV footage because of the digital distortion all over it from lack of, quality, basically. I mean, look, it looks like it's outside somewhere. So somebody could snuck in and just pop through and done it. I don't know. An alarm was set off. Depends on the honesty. I mean, it's a company. It's not like they're going to want to put out anything BS wise on it. It's not good for reputation.
Could have, everybody's getting recognized nowadays, and you got more time on your hands. And to me, it looks like a person that stepped out and they added the skirt. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, it's odd. It doesn't look right. Something's weird about
it is odd.
All right, we got to move on. We're running out of time. Shoot. Okay. All right, here we go. The next one is a woman's moving doll TikTok video goes viral. I'm very suspicious of TikTok videos. One woman's eerie footage of a doll moving on its own has since attracted a lot of attention on social media. And one of the eeriest examples of alleged paranormal activity, a doll or puppet that, despite sitting in a room on its own, has somehow managed to start moving without any apparent human intervention. It's a horror trope that has been used in movies and TV shows for years. The latest example, however, is not at least, according to the video uploader, a work of fiction. It was filmed on August 1st when TikTok user Holly Armstrong noticed that a rather unnerving mannequin sitting on the top of her shelf closet had started to move on its own. Upon grabbing her phone, she captured the footage on its legs, seamlessly swinging by themselves. Go ahead and play it.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I don't even have to watch it to know it's going to be BS.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Those look like their feet.
It's a doll.
There are so many fake
Notice
videos.
it's only
these kids
one
put
leg
up
that's
on-
doing it. It could be a
You almost see like a face. I did a screen capture over in the left corner. You almost see like
Oh
a
my God, oh my
face in the shadows there. I don't know.
Left corner, let's look.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my.
She said she jetted out of the house and threw a match, or she said 5 seconds before I jetted out of the house and threw a match behind me, she wrote. After the footage generated over 1.2 million likes, she posted another video to provide a bit more background information in it. She claimed she found the doll while house sitting. I felt creepy. Crawlies just by being upstairs by myself. All that happened is I felt afterwards. And I notified the family. So she didn't live there. So it was somebody else's house. They're going to investigate further.
Yeah, and the leg never swings back the other way.
Going
so
around, I think
yeah.
I think there's a
I just see so many of these same
It's just one leg moving
videos that are
You
going
see-
around that just are not real.
Yeah, that's where I see kind of the image of something in there. It looked like a gremlin, actually. You could zoom in. I don't know.
a little kick me in there.
All right, we're almost out of time, so we got to move on to the last scene. Last one. This I would love to see the actual CT footage. I have not seen. I only have the screen capture from Unexplained Mysteries they have of it. This is an eerie story. A photograph captured at a cemetery in New Mexico shows alleged ghost visiting her own grave. When Sandra Gonzalez discovered that toys and personal belongings placed at the grave of her deceased 2-year-old daughter, Favolia, I think that's how you say it, had gone missing, she asked other families who had been visiting the Masonic Cemetery in Las Cruces to keep an eye out for anything suspicious. As it happened, another family had set up a camera to capture image of the nearby gravesite of their murdered son, which they believed was being vandalized by individuals who killed him. So somebody's stealing stuff from the little kid's grave, and somebody's vandalizing another murder victim's grave. What kind of cemetery is this? When they reviewed their footage recently, however, they discovered to their surprise an image of a little girl, clear as anything, seemingly visiting Faviola's grave in the middle of the night. A worker at the cemetery recognized the girl, informed Sandra and her granddaughter. She told us that she had something really beautiful to show us that they had captured on their video camera, said Sandra. So then she pulled out her phone and she showed it to me. And as soon as she showed me the picture, I started crying. One of the images appeared to show the girl holding hands with a tall man. I don't have that image on here. You see the same girl more in the background, and there seems to be like a translucent figure there. I wish I didn't have that one. They both have such a tragic story of things that happened to them, and I mean, both of them still have gotten justice. I think the figure could be the other murdered boy there, whose grave keeps getting disturbed too. They both have tragic stories of things that happened to them, and I mean, both of them still haven't gotten justice. So I think she was definitely there to comfort him and take him to heaven. But do these images really show evidence of ghosts, or could this be a case of a parent taking their young child to the cemetery at night to steal toys and other valuables for some other grave? Who would steal toys? One, take your kid with you.
Do you have the other pictures? Because there's what I saw this earlier, and I see an adult person in one of them in the back corner. Some people take their kids to cemeteries, like telling them it's like parks, and those solar lights could have attracted the kid. But if it is real spiritual, that's amazing. Oh my gosh!
The other picture where there seems to be another person. I wish I had that one. Because there was no picture, it was a video news. I watched a video, a news station that covered this, and that's where I saw that other picture, but I couldn't find a copy of it. But they showed in that newscast, that picture is not a full form person there. It's, it doesn't, you can barely see like an outline of a person, but she's like almost there, like physically there. But whatever's standing next to her is like a shadow being. It doesn't even look right. It doesn't even look like a person.
Okay, I believe you. I didn't study it that well. Oh my God, then this is amazing, because look how the density of this little girl.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do think ghosts can make a full density, full material photo. I mean, we've seen lots of evidence of that, and
absolutely.
We're over time here, so we got to get rolling with our guests tonight, Katrina Cooper and Rody Speake. We're going to talk about some of the readings they've done and maybe some of the investigations, and then we'll open up the phone lines for you guys to call in and get a mini reading from Katrina Cooper tonight. All right, guys, we'll be right back after this short commercial break.
Join us every Wednesday night at midnight Eastern Standard Time for Weird Wednesday, the live stream, with your hosts Jamie, the Living Dead Girl, and Rob, the Phantom, where we'll talk about all things paranormal, including zodiac, astrology, tarot card and oracle card readings, live ghost boxing and spirit communication, where we'll do voices from beyond the cold case files. So we hope you join us live on Facebook and YouTube every Wednesday night at midnight Eastern Standard Time. We hope to see you there. Bye-bye.
Since 1948, Fate magazine has brought you reports of the strange and unknown, all of them true. Fate Radio is carrying on that tradition, bringing you the unusual, macabre, strange, and bizarre. Join host Kat Hobson Sunday nights from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern on WBHM Digital Broadcasting.
Of the second kind, physical evidence of a UFO. Close encounters of the third kind, contact. From Steven Spielberg, the director of Jaws, comes one of the most ambitious and unusual films ever made. And what you will see has never been seen before. It's a cosmic mystery crossing what many scientists believe will be the next threshold of human experience. It's called Close Encounters of the Third Kind. It begins in an Indiana town and leads to one inescapable conclusion. We are not alone. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Certificate A. Now showing at the Odeon, Leicester Square.
The night is alive. Join us and take a walk on the weird side when you tune in to the Kingdom of Nye, hosted by Heather Wade, the finest in late night talk. Listen live free weeknights starting at 9 p.m. Pacific time at thekingdomofnye.com, talkstreamlive.com, and the Paranormal Radio app. Wanna take a ride?
The international chart-topping Haunted Horror of Haverfordwest has been described as terrifyingly real, a must-read, shocking and chilling brilliance, genuinely worrying, utterly frightening. Don't read before bed. Described as one of the spookiest writers out there, best-selling author G.L. Davies presents Haunted Horror of Haverfordwest, the true paranormal account that is shocking the world. Dare you enter? Dare you read? Haunted Horror of Haverfordwest is available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kindle, and wherever books are sold. Pray you never have to live there.
Do you like rock and roll? Do you enjoy a good story? Wish You Were Here, a rock fantasy, is a book inspired by Badfinger. It will not only entertain you, but intrigue you. What is it about? Well, Thomas is searching for his bandmate and friend in heaven, and in spirit has helped pen this story. He meets an old friend and famous new ones on his afterlife voyage. Midwest Book Review said, Wish You Were Here, a rock fantasy, is a book inspired by Badfinger. It's a quirky story by Joyce S. Isaacson and his unique, original, and deftly crafted metaphysical novel that showcases the author's genuine flair for character and narrative-driven entertainment that is simply riveting from first page to last. Wish You Were Here, a rock fantasy, is now available on pennantpublication.com, amazon.com in paperback and hardcover, and also on Kindle Unlimited. So check it out now. Wish You Were Here, a rock fantasy.
Switch to DCS ranging.
240, nominal to profile.
We're in the pipe. 5 by 5.
Tonight on Paranormal Soup, I have my paranormal mamas with me, spiritual medium Katrina Cooper and paranormal investigator Rody Speake. When I first met Katrina, it's been over 5 years ago. I can't believe over 5 years ago. I met Katrina in we decided to meet at a bowling alley, the Thunderbird in LaPorte. That's now gone. It makes me feel like it's been long. I can't believe it's been that long. And I remember meeting Katrina, and I've met being a paranormal investigator, numerous psychics before, and some that were really good. But I had working relationship problems with some of those, and some that were just, I'm sorry, bunk. I just didn't believe a word that came out of their mouth. Katrina, when I first met her, not only was she just so loving and warm, she blew me away. She knew things there's just no way she could know. Like, for one, she knew about my grandfather, he had trained horses. She knew my wife was having a problem with the medication at that time, was having like this, what she called buzzing in her head. She said, I'm like, that's exactly how my wife describes it. I didn't tell her anything. She even had a way to help her deal with it and cure. I remember she told her to smell citrus. It helped, Katrina has blown me away. Now, some psychics are not God. Mediums are not gods. Sometimes it's hard. They don't get information that comes through sometimes, but I've heard so many testimonials of Katrina blowing people away, just knowing things. I've been there on investigations with her and Rody and seeing her know things and blow my mind. She's also like a paranormal battery. We're not doing ITC tonight, but when we do Spirit Box and we have Katrina on, she's like a little paranormal battery. I swear we get some of the greatest responses with her on. Rody is my other paranormal mama. I love Rody Speake. She's one of the most hard-nosed investigators I know when it comes to being she's going to be a skeptic, and you can have Katrina tell you how hard she was on Katrina when she first met her, but she is open enough to believe, to see, to know, but she's a hard one to convince. You got to really show her. And that just the testimony to how good Katrina Cooper is by having Rody Speake at her side, because Rody don't buy BS. Not at all. Not at all. And that's why I love her. So let me get these two lovely ladies on the show, because we got a lot to get to. Thank you, lovely ladies, for joining me on the show again tonight.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us, our pair of son.
Yes.
And our pair of daughters there, too.
Oh, yeah, Jamie.
Yep. Got my crystal on.
Now, I was reminiscing, thinking about it, Katrina. It's been over 5 years ago that we first met at Thunderbird. Let's go on. Classic Thunderbird bowling alley. There we were in a noisy bowling alley. Lots of distractions and all that stuff. But you read me really well, enough to convince me, because I probably had it like up to here with about all the psychics, except for maybe one other one that I had met that I really liked, was Rick Bunch, who's now deceased.
Yes.
Him and you were like the only two that I really convinced that I met at that time that had abilities. Now doing the show, I've had other mediums on that have done some incredible things, do some incredible readings on here, but not as good as you. Not to put you way up on a pedestal tonight, but
Thank you. I try real hard, and everybody on your Rob is a forever friend. Jamie's a forever friend. And Jason, you have brought me so many of your listeners that are now my forever friends. One of our good ones is Steve Huff.
Yeah.
Forever friend of mine. You introduced me to him. That day when I contacted you, I did a seminar where it said that if you're wanting to start your own business, what you need to do is contact people and mom and pops. And yours came up. I was looking for areas in Indiana because I go up there to visit my mom every summer. And I probably put out about 200 things in different areas to, if you're interested, let's get together. You were the only one that got back to me. And I told Rody too. And I was like, I'm excited to talk with him. He started his new show and I was sweating bullets when I met you, dude. I really was. But you know, your family came through and that's the whole thing. I love that you said we're not gods, because we're not. And in no way do I accept any compliments on behalf of what I do other than interpreting the message, because the words, the feelings, the love, and the person is coming for the one that's in front of me, not me.
But I was thinking about you the other night when my 4-year-old loves creepy movies. So you know how much of a bad father I am here. My 4-year-old loves creepy movies, and it was like, me and Daddy, it's movie night. We're gonna watch a movie. And I'm like, all right, find one. And that was the worst thing to say. I shouldn't say that, because he gets on Netflix and goes, this one. I go, that's the original 1970. I gotta remember what year Poltergeist came out. It was the original Steven Spielberg Poltergeist. He loves creepy movies. I said, okay, but you have to close your eyes when I tell you to. You know, but there's the scene in that made me think of you as towards the end of the movie when they have, I can't remember the character's name, the little psychic lady.
Where she says it's clean. I've done that many times with Rody. I declared this.
No, not that part. That's so cheesy. No. The part where the father, and I am a famous actor and I can't think of his name right now, is like, she goes up the stairs and she asks him a question and he just stands there. They're like, why aren't you going to answer? He goes, I am in my head.
Yes, I
am. She goes, I heard what you said, but you know, like totally schools him.
It was a trick question. That's exactly what you said.
Yeah, but what you know, what I'm saying is that's the expectation a lot of people have with mediums and psychics. Like, well, they can read my mind. I mean, I've met people, Katrina, you know, good people, but they're afraid to meet medium like you. I've had them say, I don't want to meet her. I don't want to meet her because like she'll know things I don't want to talk about from my past. Like,
come across that. That's true. That's true.
It can scare people. You know, it took me a long time to realize, because to me, I've just been open to it. I have nothing to hide. You know, not that I'm perfect, because I mean, I have a lot of stuff I probably could hide. But as I've gotten doing, you know, paranormal investigator now, over these years and working with mediums and working with you, I'm shocked when people are like, no, I don't want to talk to her. I don't want to talk to her. I don't want her to see things from my past. You know, like they believe you. They believe in you that much. They're scared of it and scared of what you might see. How do you respond to that, to people, that kind of fear?
I get it, but you know, you can't change. All you can do, first thing I let them know, if I know what you're thinking, it's because your loved one is with you at that moment. That's the only way that I can invade what you're thinking. And when I get readings, I'll know that that's what they're thinking just by the comments that their loved ones in heaven are telling me. If I could read your mind, I would still be in Vegas playing the games. It doesn't work that way. And, but you're right. I have come across numerous people that's either walked on the other side of the street. I've been with you.
Yep.
It hurt my feelings so bad, but then I had to realize that it was kind of a compliment of my craft, because like you said, if I made them feel that way, I must have blew their mind somehow of the statements of how well heaven knows them. That's the way I look at it. And your thoughts, your thinking, that's open to them, and they can. Right now, if I had a spirit right here and he wanted to think of what was going on in my head, and you were in tune with them, Jason, you would recognize it because they hear us, and they can see us in the shower if they want to, and in the bathroom and picking your nose, whatever you want to do. Is just that the ones that love you is going to give you privacy. Ones that are not, watching you picking your nose.
Well, I've always wondered about mediums. My mom might be watching right now. She usually watches in bed, so she's not been in the chat room as much. And I know I get the story wrong sometimes, Mom. I'm just trying to remember it the best I can. My mom had, when I was a kid, would tell me, I think we talked more as I was a kid more, and when I became a teenager, she told me about the time she went to a medium in LaPorte that was well known, and really did blow my mom away. And like the stuff she knew was just incredible. I mean, she pretty much described my stepdad before my mom ever met him down to the T. And this is all information. If I took it right from my mom's story, this woman was relaying to her from my great grandfather had passed on. He's talking to her. At least that was the feeling my mom got. And what I always found interesting in this scenario is that this medium told my mom a certain person she had like her first childhood sweetheart that my mom, really had like still feelings. You know how your first love is, was dead. Okay. And I think it later turned out he wasn't, and he was a total jerk. But I wonder if that, how that could have changed the course of things if that information had been relayed correctly, because it wasn't. How that could have changed the course of things for my mom's life and choices she made. She might have went and gone and found them early on, and it changed everything. But you wonder, the medium has no control of what's being given to him. I don't think it was the medium's decision, but you wonder the spirits on the other side are like, no, we're not going to tell her that one, or tell her
where she doesn't go ruining her life in a direction. Mm-hmm. Jason, I'm sorry to tell you, but I'm sorry to interrupt, but is your grandmother on the other side? Your mom's mom?
Yes.
Because I just got a message from her. That's what I was writing down. I just want to let you know.
Wait, hold on. Because that's really odd, because I was thinking in my head, right, as we're coming back from commercial break, I'm like, Grandma, if you can come through. I'm not joking. I thought that in my head.
There it is. I was writing it down while you were talking. I just want to let you know. She tells me first of all, she wants to let you know that she's taking care of your mom. I think she's having some sinus troubles or some areas in the facial.
Always ongoing in our family. We have the worst sinus problems.
That's fabulous, because I also want to know your little one is going to be like, she shows me your little one is going to be producing movies. No, don't laugh.
He loves his movies. It could be Liam.
It is Liam. It's your little one. It's the little one. Yeah. She's going to be a producer. So you're my paranormal son. That means I get to be. No, I trust heaven, and she just said that. I just want to let you know. And she tells me that she has been resting very well. If you've been worrying or wondering about her, and she shows me this white flower like a lily with the little pink inside it, and I feel like it has something to do with your mom. Does your mom plant?
No, she's not much. I don't know. She's not much for the planting stuff.
Well, ask her if she got a plant. I just see this big old white lily with little pinks into it, and I feel like it has something to do between your mom and your grandmother. I think she's going to know exactly what that means. It may even be what she gave her or put on your grandmother's resting. It just looks like it's being placed on a box. So I hope your mom's out there, and she told her she loves her. And she also has her brother there. It looks like they were rivals and fighting.
My grandmother's brother?
Yeah. Friendly fighting.
She had a lot of brothers.
Well, the one that I'm looking at, did your mom ever tell you that you kind of look like one of that would be an uncle, right? No, that would be, what is the grandmother's? Because this would be your mom's mother's brother. So what would that be to
a cousin?
Yeah.
Is it a cousin?
Yeah.
He looks just like you, Jason. The eyebrows, I just want to let you know that's exactly, and he smokes too. So I hope you'll be able to ask your mom if he was a smoker.
I don't know. My grandmother had like, I think 5 brothers. I don't, yeah, and a sister. And
so 1 second to last.
One of my other cousins, a lot of my other cousins look a lot like that family from her side.
But not you.
I do. Mm-mm. I get a lot of my dad's traits. I got my mom's eyes, but I got a lot of my dad's.
I said your eyebrows and and the eyes, you look just like this guy. See, I did say it. Rewind it. That's what I spoke. Eyebrows, looks just like you. So you got to talk to your mom, and she had an uncle that you would resemble this area.
Oh,
and
I don't know.
Your grandmother said that she went peaceful.
Yeah, I still have nightmares of my grandmother's passing because she died of Alzheimer's. She died of Alzheimer's, and I was there. You know, the day before she passed, and watching her last breaths, that scarred me.
No wonder she told you she was peaceful. She wants to let you know to get that out of your head so you don't worry about it.
Yeah, when after it happened, it went on for several months where I'd have that dream of her either gasping for air or calling for people like my mom.
Did she grab your wrist or your hand? It doesn't look like it's on the hand. It feels like it's on the wrist.
She did. When the last time I saw her, I went to give her my hand, and she locked onto it and squeezed, and she goes, the last word she said to me is, "Oh, my." Well, it wasn't the last time. It was the last time she spoke to me. It wasn't the last time I saw her. Last time I saw her, she was gasping for breath. But the last time she spoke to me, when she was in hospice care, she had put her hand on my, I put my hand to try to grab her hand. She put her hand on my hand, and just like, "Oh, my beautiful boy, my beautiful boy," is what she kept saying. And that's one of the first ITC spirit box things on my experimenting. I got that message, "My beautiful boy," come through, and wish I would record today.
Don't you love that? And those are the moments that but at least you heard her, and she's the one that stepped up. I just want to let you know that she's around her, and she wanted to let you know what the little one was doing. And I truly believe that she was right there during the time that your wife was giving birth to Liam. And there was a moment of silence when he was first born because she gave him a big old kiss. So these are moments of making sure that you know that you're not by yourself. And we were talking about, can you read minds? No, but you were calling out to your grandmother, and I heard her.
The reason I did is like, I know, like I felt like somewhat my grandfather on my dad's side had come through when we first met, more than 5 years ago. I'm like, Grandma, I would love for you to come through on Katrina. I don't think you ever have really too much. We've heard her on the spirit box sessions. Me, my mom, and some of my cousins had listened in one night when we were trying to get my grandmother to come through, and heard her voice. It was my cousin called in. That's right. It was my cousin Dirk who called in, and his grandmother, her sister, had passed.
Jason, your grandmother had insights too. She's showing me that she
shared it.
Yeah. She showed me it's almost like she would know when somebody would make a call or when someone in the family was ill. I think she just had that instinct. So I want to let you know that comes from that side of the family too. So you got double whammy. Because you got a dad side and mom side.
She never talked about it to me about it. I don't know if she did to my mom, but I don't never saw her share any insights or anything like that.
She didn't share with no one. I'm just letting you know that she knows. And if your mom might recognize her talking about a loved one, and then guess who just passed away? We were just talking about it. It's going to be in that kind of subtleness.
Yeah.
The coincidences.
I wonder how the spirit world really does work around all of us, influence us, or how our relatives and loved ones, are in touch with us every day. The little things you don't think about or don't notice how they are guiding us in ways. I always wonder. I mean, I've had some very powerful things after my grandmother's passing. The day of her wake, I saw her image in a mirror at my work. And I think that was her trying to show me she was all right, because the biggest worry of somebody who's passed on with Alzheimer's is, are they confused when they move on? So I had that powerful thing happen. When my after my aunt died, her sister, my great aunt, I had this really powerful, vivid dream of them dressed in black, and we were in some kind of drapery thing that was around us, like a back of a club or something like that. Even though I don't think my grandmother or her sister would go clubbing, like this, they sat me down, put their arms around me. It felt so real. It is, I always say people, when I talk, being a paranormal investigator, people tell me their stories, their haunted house stories, but the stories I hear the most are those from loved ones who passed on. I think most people, if they have a paranormal experience, it's a loved one has passed on that's reached out to them.
I think let's face it, paranormal does have to do with the unknown, the undead, the dead. And I think that, and I get people that come to me and they are spitting out their whole life. I had someone earlier today during the show, and she gave me her whole life story. And I'm not stating it that, oh, she gave me her whole life story. I mean that she trusted me so much to give a stranger her life's thoughts, and it's because it's paranormal. They want to have it confirmed. They want to know that it isn't just their imagination of that hug or that smell of cologne that they just caught just briefly, or somebody sleeping and spooning them. I think all of those are real, and it's those moments that we just got to have, just that little confirmation. Just like you just said, you in your head, you were asking for grandma. Here was confirmation. You'll see me on the show while you were talking. I'm writing my note down. That's why I wanted to share it with you. It's real. How it works, it's not meant for us to know that until we get to the other side. And I truly believe that it is an informational highway. I think that there isn't anything that they don't know, but I don't think they're allowed to tell everything.
See, I always wonder that, like I said, or it's their own discretion. Like with my mom's instance with her reading with the medium, they can see the multiple avenues of possibilities of the future, maybe, or whatever. Like, oh, if we tell her this, it's going to go this way in her life. She'll do this, and we don't want to do that. You wonder that. That's why sometimes mediums or psychics do get stuff wrong, because it's on purpose. Make sure you're influenced in the wrong way. There's certain things you shouldn't be able to tell you. No spoilers, right?
That's a great way to put it. I think that's a good. I get some ugly ones, things that you just don't realize. I had one that, first of all, don't do a reading with me and say it doesn't matter who comes through, because they're always disappointed. It's always the one that they didn't want to talk to. Always the one that is like, oh my God, they showed. Because they want to let you know that they've learned that they either did something wrong, want to make amends. I even had a reading with such saying they didn't want to speak, and it was his mother. He said he effing didn't want to talk to her. That's exactly how he said it. And I said, okay, you're the one that said it was okay for anyone to come through and look at it was the person. And Brody's been with me with numerous readings, and we'll have them say that. They'll go, oh, whatever comes through. And I really think that they're putting you to a test, and that's okay. I don't mind. And it's always he came through, or I didn't think they would ever. And I love those, because those are the more, to me, are the most compelling of communication, because they're taking an opportunity to either say hello, sorry, make amends. Because like I state, and I will never back out, they continue. They coexist with us. They make better selves if they choose to.
It makes sense. It does make sense. I believe it. I believe, spirits are influence us all the time. I don't belong to any certain religion or believe in a certain religion, but I've seen afterlife, and I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen enough evidence. I'm convinced there's an afterlife, and I'm convinced there are entities and spirits that communicate with us through it. I've seen enough to know that. I know how it works, or who it is, or what's at the other end, or what afterlife really is.
Correct.
No clue.
It's everybody's is each his own, and I've seen every single one of them. Their heaven is hanging around with their family. They're describing things that that's going on at that moment or yesterday. And we all know in the paranormal world, and I'm stating this without any doubt, we know it takes a tremendous amount of energy to make any kind of contact, whether it's a banging, whispering EVP, making a photo for us, making the lights blink. It takes energy, and they muster this up just for that moment to share with you that it is real. And that's the same with family members. They wouldn't be hanging around you all the damn time if they didn't love you, wasting up their energy. That's their heaven. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I haven't had one yet say, oh, F them, I'm nowhere around and I'm all doing it on my own. I haven't had any of them state that they love to be lonely. It's always been, you know, we had some beautiful ones today that was just talking about things that happened today and birthdays, and man, it just feels good to be able to share that.
We do have some clips and stuff from from the Forever Friends, which is on 4 p.m. Central on Sundays before our show. Did you guys want to play some of those before we don't? Because time's going by fast.
It's good. It's up to you. Like Rody's the one that's been doing all this. I'm so proud of her. She's worked real hard at. And I just want to let you know, I don't watch myself. It looks so creepy to hear my own voice, and but I hope you enjoy it. You can do a tiny clip, you know, because I think that's
Which one you want to play?
I think that's the big one.
Yeah, that's the 10-minute one. What's the? Do you want to do a shorter one?
Yeah, you do a shorter one.
The ones I emailed you.
Yeah, Rob's the one doing it, so he doesn't
know.
know.
This one because her husband is a skeptic, and he even had to step outside and.
Okay, let's play this one. Go ahead, Rob.
I don't hear it.
Don't hear it.
I feel like not
There it is.
everybody got the chance to come and do that.
Can you turn it up a little, Rob?
They missed the beginning.
Yeah, that's right.
And this is the time of letting you know that he's okay. And you know what? I want to let you know that he also said, tell the family he's okay.
Okay.
I feel like not everybody got the chance to come and do that.
Yeah, that's right.
And this is the time of letting you know that he's okay. And you know what? He likes his shoes. Is he a little bit OCD a little bit? Because it looks like he's got to have them all straight when they're sitting in the closet or whatever. And I get this because my Rody over here, she's that way too. We understand. But if they're just off a little bit, I see him putting them back to where they're level.
He was very organized, especially with his shoes. He always wore nice shoes.
I love it. I love what we get to do because that is the truth. Those are things that come through that you can't make up.
Yeah.
Now, how specific was that, guys?
Right, exactly.
And it's not a common thing like, oh, he liked sunsets or, you know, the usual bull. Some of them, well.
Yeah. I take it he liked, you know, like they'll just say something really, throw something out there. I've seen it, you know, like something really simple. Did he like coffee?
Right.
Like 90% of Americans. Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, he liked coffee. Oh my God. Yeah. No, you throw out stuff that I've seen. It's just like, there's no way you would know. And it is specific. Sometimes it's not. I mean, you're, like I said, you're medium, you're not God. So it depends on what comes through, and you're translating what you're seeing in your mind, right?
Or see, it depends how they want to
present it.
Yeah, because let's face it, guys, when you are born in this world, you don't automatically know how to walk. You don't automatically know how to talk. These are things that you learn, and it takes time. And I believe that the same thing is in the spirit world. And some of them find sending photos or pictures. Others are just right in front of me, like I could touch them. It really depends on the individual, how they've mastered.
And her notes are becoming famous, Jason. She gets the picture. She makes notes.
I know.
And then she sends it, to the person before the reading. This
Jason was the first one to get them.
Yeah, well, they're becoming pretty well known in the chat room on our show.
I
They're
sent
real, on our
Jason
show.
my notes right before the show that I was on it was episode 9. It was the demon was in that photo.
Growl.
I had something with glowing eyes in the back seat of my car. It was crazy that evening, and we had some great stuff. But I sent you my notes on the side of the road coming from Chicago, just so you knew. And I think that I was able to describe the back house of the woman that you had as a guest.
Oh, I remember you was Sandy, and you described you like knew that he used to cook her Italian food, or that her husband who had passed on. You knew it was her husband. You knew he used to cook her Italian food. You knew all this stuff. You knew about the entity. And she's doing that. She sent me the notes beforehand. I didn't even know that stuff about Sandy, and it all comes out on the show live when you're doing the reading from your car.
Yeah, I was in my car.
Google Hangouts. Remember Google Hangouts? And my video was like,
yeah, I was there. I did. I was in the car. I just got a brand new car. Do you know that was 3 years ago?
When the spirits talk.
Oh no,
so
that was
does
6 years
Katrina.
ago. I got another
that
car.
was 5 years ago. Almost 5 years ago. Yeah, that's how long ago that was. Time goes by fast. I do have people already asking about calling in. If you want to call in, we will be taking readings soon. The phone numbers we usually give out after the second commercial break. But if you know them, give it a shot. Call in. I'll try to grab your call and hold you on until we're ready. But we will be after the second commercial break taking phone calls. That's coming up in about 20 minutes or so. But I wanted to show you got another short clip of a video. You want to play that?
Sure.
What's the other one? I think there's another short one. Rob.
Yeah, I'll have to see him. It was very confusing for me to do.
That's a short one.
I think it's the one next to it there.
Yeah, I think she broke that one down for you. I like to wear wigs, guys.
Oh,
I want to also let you know that she tells me that grandma's with her, so I hope that you can confirm that. She went before her. Your grandma went before the young lady, and she wants you to know that she's here. And I do see this, it's like about this size. It might be the size of a quarter with a hole in it. It's green. It looks like a pendant for a necklace.
It's a charm. It's a best friend's necklace. Oh! It could be. Oh, yeah. Like my husband just said, it could be. So when she passed, when my mother-in-law and sister-in-law were getting her prepared at the funeral home, they cut a lock of her hair, and my mother-in-law made that is what it is, because she put the green.
Entwined it. Yes, they did. They used it with the jewelry. That's exactly what it is. And it looks like it's jasper or green. Oh, and I also want to let you know that when I was around her, I got the color blues and the color whites. And my experience has been birthdays and the crossings. And blue would be March, and white to me is June.
She was born in June and passed in March.
And she tells me that you guys still celebrate both days.
Wow. I'll say it again. Wow.
Rody gets to pick them.
Man.
So, how does it work for the show if somebody wants to come on Forever Friends and get more of a full reading like that? Because tonight it's going to, guys, just so you know, tonight when you call in, I'm giving you about 5-6 minutes per reading. There's only so much Katrina can read in that. And there's personal stuff too. Sometimes I'm sure you can't even do on Forever Friends. But if they want to get more of a longer reading on the show Forever Friends, or how do they go about that?
Well, I do have my personal sessions, and if you go to Katrina Spiritual Medium on Facebook, there is a section where you can look at my services, and I do 15-minute, 30-minute, and 1-hour services, and they're listed on there, and you can choose your date and time. Or if you would like to be on our show, it's $15 for one photo. I don't say how long, I just talk until they do. And we do 6 people every 2 weeks. Our next one is September 6th.
Yes, September 6th.
We're already selling out, so if you're interested. And then if time permits, we take a lucky viewer in YouTube because we're trying to build up our channel. and we take a drawing and they get a free reading. And what we do is we give you, if you contact us through Katrina Cooper or Rody Speake on YouTube. See, she's one of my forever friends on there. And so is Debbie. I just want you guys to know that it's a steal. I don't know. Why not try? It's $15. I mean, I'm not trying to take anything from anyone, but it sure helps us to keep our business going a little bit. And you get a reading, you get this link just like you do, and you get to be on the radio show, and we just have a communication with heaven. And
yeah, it's as many years as I've been with her doing these, it's just amazing. And today it's just unbelievable. Kind of like what we just saw, the months. How you going to do that? And that girl, there's another clip where, it's just going to blow your mind, Jason.
We do have somebody waiting on the phone line. I don't know if you want to take a reading now or you want to wait till after the commercial break.
I'm open to anything.
All right. Well, let's see who we got. We got 858 area code. Who do we got?
Where's that at?
Laura.
Well, hey, Laura. That's Laura, right?
Laura.
Hi. How you doing?
L-A-R-A. Good. How are you?
Doing good. Thanks for calling in.
Okay. Does Katrina need to know the name of the spirit I'd like to speak with?
No, don't do that. I don't do names, sweetheart. I'm so sorry. I have a horrible time in life, let alone. I usually work with a photo, and I've been recently doing these things without them. But I want to let you know that the first thing I get is a young man that's around you. Has light complexion, and his eyes are striking. I don't know why, but his eyes just seem to like dreamy blue eyes. I hope that makes a little sense, but it just looks like this person has a lot of love for you. And is it a gentleman that you're trying to get a hold of?
Yes, that is my son, and he does have green eyes.
So they're green, but they were very striking. And first thing that you see out of him, I just want to let you know, and he's very talented gentleman. First of all, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
I know it was tragic. And please know that he's okay. He shows me his grandfather from his dad's side. It's like he met him.
He met him in the afterlife?
Yes. Can you confirm that he didn't know him prior?
Yes.
And Mom, I'm supposed to let you know that he shows me this ring. It looks like it's got flowers around it. Did you have a what do they call those that you would, like a ring of flowers? Does somebody put something on the side for like a memorial that has a ring of flowers? I see red. I see whites and purples into it. And I hope that makes some sense. This is the colors that he's showing me.
Do you mean at the funeral?
I think that somebody has done it outside of the funeral, like a memorial or remembering him since then. It doesn't look like it's the original. There was a cross wreath at the funeral that it's still hanging on his grandmother's front door, and I replaced those with artificial flowers. And then I had just bought some actual flowers, some succulents to plant here for him. Thank you. That's exactly what he was saying. You can't make this stuff up, and I try my best, especially when I don't have a photo. But I also want to let you know that it waters around him. It's almost like he has serene being around. So I'm hearing the sound of water too. So is there like a little lake or a little pond near your place?
Okay. I have a backyard swimming pool, and it is green and it looks disgusting. It needs to be drained right now.
No judgment whatsoever. I
He
just
has
want to let you
covered-
know. And you've been asking about a sign from him, and you want to know it's the dragonflies that you've been seeing around.
Oh, I just bought 2 crystal dragonflies, but he actually spoke with the angels and the dragons while he was here.
I want to let you know that this young man is very talented. And it's interesting that I see, did he used to write in a book or memoirs, or did he put, or was he talented at writing short stories?
Both. He when he was very young, he would write screenplays. Starting like grade 2 and 3, he would write his screenplays, and then
3 years old. I told you that boy is
the
talented.
last 5 years of his life, he has. Well, I now have a ton of his journals that he would journal when he would speak with the angels and the dragons.
And you know, your son is also showing me something about the shoulders, the back shoulders. I feel like his body is fixed. He's just letting me know that he's put together. I hope that makes some sense. Areas of, it's almost like there was voided areas. I don't know. Did he have problems with, it's almost like I can't feel portions of my limbs to a degree. So I'm going to go with circulation.
That's what's going on with me right now. I'm disabled with a back disorder.
So there's time.
My legs have been, my legs and feet have been giving out, and I've been falling a lot.
Please know he's hanging out with you. There's no doubt. I just saw, and it's almost like not just a small portion. It's like the whole limb would do when you're experiencing it. That's what happens. It just goes all the way down. I also want to explain that he tells me, have you had a back x-ray? Because I'm going down 3/4 down to your back, and I see something there. I see something on your back. Have you had an x-ray?
The last thing I had was a CT scan done, and it showed lumbar spine, but it is cervical, thoracic, and lumbar.
Okay, I just knew that there was something there, and I just want to let you know that I would not know that without someone in heaven that's watching over you, taking care of it. This is so cute. Do you have?
Also, he knew about my back disability while he was here, but the feet going out and me falling, that has happened since he has passed, literally since January this year.
Existence.
That's coexistence. I claim it 100%. I will scream it on the mountaintops. They know. They coexist. They're around. And you know what? He said that he's talked to you over the radio. Do you do EVPs?
Yes, I do.
You've gotten it. I know you have. So here he is telling you that he has. And you know, he smells really good. He always had a cologne that smells real good.
Oh, which one?
Your son.
Well, I mean, what type are you smelling?
I'm smelling a cologne. If I was to choose, and please know that I don't know all the colognes, but it's kind of like Polo.
I'm sorry, you cut out. It's kind of like what?
It's kind of like Polo.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah.
You're confirming this cologne?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. Just wanted to get it. I just had to hear it.
I was gonna say, if you said Axe, I'm gonna be like, that doesn't smell good.
I can type it in too.
Honey, he tells you he loves you. He's always around. And there was very interesting. I started to talk over you, and I'm sorry, but he showed me a like a garden gnome and a frog. They're like lawn ornaments.
Okay. Yeah, I was just joking about that about a week and a half ago. That this is how I'm going to do my front lawn to annoy the neighbors across the street.
Coexistence.
You're my forever friend.
The planters all bought and the plants all bought, but we were going to do pick up some weird garden gnomes because they have weird stuff in their front yard.
Well, he loves Halloween, and I'm being told so do you. So have fun with it, Mom.
Yes, I guess we do love Halloween.
And does somebody have a tattoo that looks like a little star? Looks like a little star.
Not on me.
But you do know of one.
My brother might. Yes.
You can't make this stuff up. You're my forever friend. I hope that you will follow me. Thank you so much for sharing such a beautiful soul with me. And most of all, know that he isn't lost or hurting. He's okay.
Since you guys do the paranormal investigations too, I had an apparition appear. It was not in my house. It was at a resort that I stayed at last week. Would you be able to tell if the apparition is my son or not?
The apparition that you saw was not your son. It was a crosser-by. He says he hasn't been able to make a full form yet. He's still building up his energy. And one of those things is making amends to himself. He's got you, the way I look at it, your son was his worst enemy. I hope that makes some sense to you. He was very hard on himself.
Yeah, that part makes sense. However, my brother can see spirit, and he saw him goofing off at his own funeral, which was 10 days after he passed.
I just see that anything that he's around, it's going to be those subtleness. He's still building his energy. So any of the other, like if you saw apparition or direction, those would have been passerbys that probably was helping him to teach him. Do you remember Ghost and Patrick Swayze met the other ghost that was in the subway, and he was asking him to teach him how to touch things and move the penny? That's what I would say, because your son is good at making friends. He has a way of being able to melt or communicate with all aspects. I hope that makes sense to you, but that's the way it looks like to me. And
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So please know that the apparitions that you were seeing, I can confirm to you that it wasn't him, but they're people helping him. So eventually you will get that. Sorry, I didn't mean to bust your bubble.
Yeah, the last week was a celebration of many who have passed their birthdays and their anniversaries. So I had thought it could have been my grandfather holding my brother who passed as a baby, but it also had the same height as my son, who was a foot taller than me.
Hey, you emailed those to me, didn't you?
I posted them on.
You posted them because I'm like looking at my email and looking at my messenger. I remember looking at them on my break. Yeah. I was going to ask you more about those when I got time. Yeah, they're really interesting.
Yeah, and then when you zoom in, you close to the face, you can see an infant's face. And my brother passed at 7 days old. But
I can see that. I could see
that with him.
I could see it being your brother, but I'm sorry, it's not your son.
Okay, yeah, the hair kind of looks
around. Don't think that he's not
my grandfather.
Well, thank you so much for calling in.
I hope I was able to give
Thank you so much for the reading, Katrina.
I hope that you enjoyed it. You have a most beautiful and blessed day. You're my new forever friends.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Have a great night.
Come on.
That was good. See, people, that's how easy it is. No, that's not that easy, but Katrina amazes every time. And I got somebody else who just called. We're going to take that phone call when we come back from commercial break here in a minute. We're going to go into commercial break. So whoever's on the phone line, just hang in there. Phone lines are open. Of course, I think I have the other one will be open in just a little bit because I have to use it for something else. But we will give out those phone numbers when we come back for the commercial break. It's amazing. When you're getting this information, what are the different ways that it's coming through?
Pictures.
You know what, Jason, do you realize that you've been blinking the whole time we've been on air? Just comes natural. I don't know how it happens. I don't know how to answer the question. It just does.
Well, I just always wonder about the process because, I've had my own, psychic experiences or medium-like experiences. And, I've heard a little voice in my head. I've seen images in my head that, relate to stuff. And I just wonder how it works, like how
just like that. Exactly like that. And it just gets stronger. And when people reach out to me to ask for guidance, or first of all, I'm not good enough to be able to give any classes. I'm still learning myself. I wouldn't even know how to do a curriculum. But what I can tell you is my own experiences. And in fact, today, what I do is I go through a meditation process. We all have to go. It's a purification of your soul. It's a purification of your own thoughts. And I've gotten down to where I could do it within 30 seconds. I believe that you can get it as quickly. It doesn't take minutes. It doesn't take hours. But at first it does. And you just practice. You focus on one thing, which is what I was teaching Rody in a group that we've been doing for a couple years. Mm-hmm. And I found that if you focus on one thing in mind, I teach you a door. I teach you to identify it by all of your senses, smell, touch, feeling, identify it. When you start to progress, it changes. Whether it's the door changes, Rody had her doorknob change on her. And it's like them giving you, and I say they, I'm talking about the spirit world. It's like you had graduated. I take it as a graduation. Each time it changes for me, I've went to where I'm encrusted in a pyramid. I've been where I'm wrapped around with gold. I was filled with gold. And today when I went in, I told Rody right off the bat, today was a new one for me. I had a huge, gigantic diamond that was over my head. And it was very interesting. And we went spiritually to figure out what it meant. And it was like, wow, our readings today on Forever Friends was, I don't know what to tell you.
We got to go to commercial break, though. When we come back, we already got somebody waiting on the phone lines. If I hang up on you when you call in, it's because I only have 2 phone lines, 2 ways to call in, four numbers, 2 Skype IDs, and 2 numbers. You'll hear them when we come back from commercial break. Call in, though. Just keep trying. After you hear somebody hang up, that's your time to try again. All right, guys, we'll be right back after this short commercial break.
He is conducting an experiment into the combined effects of sensory deprivation and hallucinatory drugs. The subject of the experiment is himself, and the experiment is out of control. Ken Russell's Altered States, a film that must not be missed, is in the West End now. Altered States, Certificate X.
Do you wish for more paranormal and spiritual content? The Paranormal Chronicles magazine is a free digital magazine crammed with the very best in paranormal and spiritual articles and features. No sign up, no subscription, just free reading and knowledge for you. Read today at www.paranormalchronicles.com/magazine.
Oh, come on. I'm Southern, but. Nope.
That'll do. Hello, I am Kat Hobson, host of Paranormal Experience here on WBHM Digital Broadcasting out of Birmingham, Alabama. I enjoy having guests from all areas of the paranormal, from ghosts to ufology to cryptids and beyond. You'll find some of the best researchers in their fields bringing you some great information. Join me on Wednesday nights from 8 to 10 p. Eastern here on WBHM Digital Broadcasting.
The night is alive. Join us and take a walk on the weird side when you tune in to the Kingdom of Nye, hosted by Heather Wade, the finest in late night talk. Listen live free weeknights starting at 9 p.m. Pacific time at thekingdomofnye.com, talkstreamlive.com, and the Paranormal Radio app. Wanna take a ride?
Join us every Wednesday night at midnight Eastern Standard Time for Weird Wednesday, the live stream, with your hosts Jamie, the Living Dead Girl, and Rob, the Phantom, where we'll talk about all things paranormal, including zodiac, astrology, tarot card and oracle card readings, live ghost boxing and spirit communication, where we'll do voices from beyond the cold case files. So we hope you join us live on Facebook and YouTube every Wednesday night at midnight Eastern Standard Time. We hope to see you there. Bye-bye.
Paranation Magazine is a new paranormal magazine based out of Denver, Colorado. Our goal isn't just to give you the best paranormal content out there, but to promote paranormal unity. We're doing this by giving everyone an opportunity to tell their stories and to share their experiences. For more information, follow us on Facebook at Paranation Magazine and soon, paranationmag.com.
I've Never Met a Dead Person I Didn't Like is the extraordinary travels of a young, alone, and broke psychic in the highly anticipated new book from internationally renowned psychic, medium, medical intuitive, and best-selling author Sherry Dillard. Critics have described I've Never Met a Dead Person I Didn't Like as an engrossing memoir, an empowering story of how a broken girl came to accept her psychic gift, a refreshing and fun read. I've Never Met a Dead Person I Didn't Like is available through Amazon, Kindle, Barnes & Noble, and wherever books are sold.
Tired of school? Who was Joan of Arc?
Noah's wife?
Like to travel?
Let's go back into history. Let's reach out and touch someone.
Want to meet people in the past?
Put them in the Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden? Excellent! Execute them. Otis.
Then hitch a ride with George Carlin, Keanu Reeves, and Alex Winter in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure from Orion Pictures.
Are you intrigued by Paranormal Talk Radio? You'll love the new Paranormal Radio app from Talkstream Live. You'll find a great selection of talk shows covering UFOs, ghosts, strange phenomena, and much more. Download the Paranormal Radio app now and start listening to the very best in paranormal talk entertainment, including the network you're listening to right now, the Paranormal Radio app, free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
Nervous?
Yes. I don't like this.
You only have 75 more to go. Okay? What's this one?
It's a couple wavy lines.
Sorry, this isn't your lucky day.
I know. Get a little tired of this.
You volunteered, didn't you? We're paying you, aren't we?
Yeah, but I didn't know you were going to be giving me electric shocks. What are you trying to prove here anyway?
I'm studying the effect of negative reinforcement on ESP ability.
The effect? I'll tell you what the effect is. It's pissing me off.
Well, then maybe my theory is correct.
You can keep the $5. I've had it.
I will, mister.
You're listening to Paranormal Soup, bringing you the weird every Sunday night. Call into the show and join the discussion. The call-in lines are 219-230-4444 or 260-225-9419 or by Skype caller ID oojblandoo or Jblandparanormalsoup. And now to your host, Jason Bland.
Oh, I cut that off too early. Tonight's guest is Katrina Cooper, spiritual medium, and her friend and both my paranormal mamas here, Rody Speake. We're going to take your calls. We got somebody waiting online right now, and you can get a short reading from Katrina. Now, she does her own, what's called Forever Friends on Sundays at 4 p.m. Central, and you can schedule it with her, be on there for a show for $15, if I remember she said. But tonight, it's free. You can call in. It's just a short reading, but it's amazing. The first call already blew me away. She always does. She was the first medium I ever had on the show to do live readings. She did it. I've had some say I don't do readings on air. I understand that. I get that. But Katrina didn't scare away or shy away from it. She went right into it back 5 years ago, episode 9 of Paranormal Soup. Don't go check it out. I mean, go check it out for Katrina. Don't get the video quality was horrible. We've come a long way. At least you'd see how far we've come. But Katrina and Rody have become my paranormal mamas. I love them to death, and I just enjoy having them so much on the show. And I love hearing her do her work with you guys live on air. It's why I do this show. I really do. I love hearing you guys call in. So the phone lines are open. Just remember, if I hang up on you, it's because that line's got somebody else on it. I don't have a really big phone system. I wish I did. But just try again after you hear a caller get off. All right, let's go ahead and get back to our guests. All right, I got to make sure I open up one of the lines here because I got somebody else waiting on hold, and I got to open up the
Jason,
other.
may I just say to you, I have seen you really grow into the role of an interviewer. I am really, I haven't watched a lot recently with stuff going on, but I got to tell you, I'm very, I just want to say I've seen you really grow into the host of this show, and I'm really seeing it tonight with your questions and everything, and I want to acknowledge that to you because
well, thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, my son.
We were talking about that before you guys got on the sound check. Me and Jamie were talking about, trying to do a show because we got Weird Wednesday. Check out Weird Wednesday with Rob and Jamie, and about interviewing guests because you guys are getting more guests on there now. It's hard, I'm trying to give them advice, what to do. And one of the things that I don't do, a lot of interviewers do, is have pre-written out questions. I don't do that. I just go with the flow, and I still do. That's somehow I manage. But sometimes you do need to write out questions. When you have guests, at least when you first start out, I never have. I'll write out bullet points. I have nothing on my sheet of paper for you guys here because we're just rolling. This is how I like it. That's how I like it. I got the phone lines full, so we better get rolling here. We got 860 area code. You've been waiting on hold. Who do we got?
Hi, Jason, Katrina, and Rody. It's Zariana.
Hey, Zariana. Thank you for calling
How
in.
How you doing tonight?
Doing good.
How are you today?
I'm excellent. How are you?
I'm doing fabulous. And once again, I'd like to express that I am a medium. I'm not a psychic. And I usually do go with a photo. But the first thing that stands out with me with your energy is a male figure around you. And it just feels like it's the kind that you would get from love from like a father figure. It just feels like he's protecting you. I hope that this makes some sense.
Yes.
And I want to let you know that he shows me, this is so important because I think that he might have had a problem with it, or people made fun of it, or he made fun of himself. But he's got a full head of hair now.
Okay. Okay.
The next thing I'm supposed to tell you is that he's okay. He breathes really well. He took this big old deep breath. I know that's odd to explain because he doesn't have his body, but he lets me know that it's clean and clear. And so I think that he has some issues with that.
Okay.
Is this your father?
No, not that I know of. I thought it was
This is your husband?
My late husband.
You guys were very friends, big friends, very close, protected you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I just wanted, and he wants to let you know, I feel him holding, that you're holding his hand. So when I get this, I want to let you know that I feel like you were there, or he's making it very clear that he can feel you holding his hand. And I feel like maybe you didn't think he did.
Okay.
And you also got,
yeah.
You also have his ring.
Have a what? Can you repeat that?
You have his ring.
Oh, ring? Oh, okay. 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 Yeah.
Is it that I'm not getting confirmation? I don't want you to say yes if it doesn't make any sense to you. I'm not looking for that. I want to make sure that you confirm and that you do have it, because it looks to me like you've been considering on making it into something else, or splitting it in two. It just looks like it was to doing something different to it. Such
rings.
His
rings, not so much. Rings, not so much. But I have other things of his. So I would agree with that. Yes.
Okay, the message is for you, and without getting too deep into anything, I also am supposed to tell you that it almost feels as if this man is wanting to let you know that he is sorry. I feel like maybe he might have been out of character at the end, or maybe a little bit of pressure or direction. Remember, this is me confirming his feelings, and he wants to let you know that you stuck in there like a trooper. He loves you so much, and that you gave him dignity, and all of these things are being all wrapped into emotion.
Okay. Okay. I can confirm that. Thank you.
I feel like it has been recent, within the week, if not within 2 weeks, that you have felt him in the bedroom, on the bed, right side.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I want to let you know that he confirms this.
Okay.
He also has a fur baby with him.
Yes. Yeah.
And you know what? He tells me that he said that you guys were going to celebrate, or one's coming up. Is there a major anniversary that is, when I say those, it's like 15, 10, 25. It feels like there's a special one that is showing up, and this man, I saw silver. I know you don't seem like you're that old, so I think silver's like 25, isn't it? I'm talking to Rody. I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure, but I just saw silver or white gold. So I'm not sure if the ring or the in front of you. Do you have something that you're looking at that is your ring white gold?
Yes. Yes.
Because he's got it.
I have one that's white.
He loves
white gold.
I just want to let you know, somehow it's almost like I'm seeing it, and there's a direction, and I don't know why, but this is so crazy, but did you break a nail recently?
Yeah, kind of.
I'm trying to interpret it the best way that I can. Please know that I'm not there. Your loved one is. And I want to let you know that he is doing good. And he says his heaven is not having to do one damn thing.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I hope that you know he came in a big way.
Oh, okay.
Can I ask you a question? Because I think that recently, naturally, there's got to be a spark sexually when you are married to someone. But did you like his chest? Because he's showing me his chest, and not like he's being gross to me or nothing, but I think that it's something that you used to do, and it looks hairy to me. And to me, I say he's got a hairy chest.
Yeah, he did. He did.
And it feels like when you would get up close to it, I feel like you would go right into that curve right there and just nestle perfectly when you would lay down and the two of you cuddling, and he just remembers those. And I think that you are reminiscing these things because, remember, I can't read minds, but please know that he's with you during those moments. And there's some about the bathroom. It's like the toilet runs.
Okay.
Just pay attention. I don't want you to say okay, because you would have said, oh yeah, the toilet's running. But he said the toilet's running, so pay attention to it, that maybe it's trickling and has to refill more. Maybe your water bill's a little bit higher, because he liked to hold on to his dollar.
Okay. Okay.
Can you confirm he was a little bit of a penny pincher when it came to the bills?
Yep.
Here, take a look at your water bill. Maybe it went up a little bit, and he's letting you know where it's happening, because I believe it's a toilet.
Or it's mine. Mine runs all the time. It's a constant battle here.
He loves you, honey, and he knows that you have been stating it too. And I don't know why, but I don't know if you're thinking about cremation or you've been thinking about your own last moments. But please know that he is there, and his mother was there for him when he crossed over. I feel like he called her mama.
Okay. Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping it makes sense to you, because it's your reading, and I did the best that I could without a reading, without a photo. And you're my forever friend. I hope it was worth you calling in.
Oh, it was. Thank you very much. I'll try to book something on your shows on Sunday, or a private reading for me.
Well, thank you, Azariana, for calling in.
And do you guys have a boy?
Thank you, everyone. Everyone have a good night.
You too, Azariana.
She's got a son, and he's saying hello, so I hope she can confirm. Do you guys? Are you a mom of a son?
I lost her.
Okay. I saw a mail, and he said that he loved him, so I want to include that, so she'll be able to hear that. Hopefully,
we got a lot of people calling in.
Sorry.
So next one. All right. So we got 763 area code. Who do we got?
It's either.
It's Brenna.
Hey, Brenna. Thanks for calling in.
Hey, thanks for taking my call. I'm super excited because I missed it the last time you guys were on. Hi, guys.
Hi,
Brenna. Hey, Brenna. How are you?
Good. Thanks. How about yourself?
Doing awesome.
Fabulous. Brenna, have you been having some whirlwinds of changes going on in your life? I just see it just seems like one thing goes down and then you're having to tackle another. I don't know why, but that's the first thing that's being brought to me.
Absolutely.
Now, when I see this, I'm being told by a female on the other side, swear she looks like you. By any chance, could your mother or do you look a lot like grandma?
I actually look like both.
Is mom on the other side too?
No, mom's here.
So it's grandma, because I don't talk to nothing but spirit. So I just want to be able to confirm. So you look just like her. The difference, she's very sassy lady, and she likes to be heard. You know, I would say that when she walks into a place, she would be the person you hear talking and telling her life stories and a life of the party. Do you understand that?
Absolutely.
And I'm being found that you are too.
Yeah, I think so.
You are. I hear it. I hear that you know all the gossip. Grandma did too. But this world, I just want to state that the way that this, and she tells me about the stories. You know, I take those as those, what do they call those, soap operas? She's bringing up As the World Turns, and I don't watch these things, so I hope it goes back to moments that you remember with your grandmother. But I do see that one of these whirlwinds that you're up against, it has to do with family. I feel like family is involved with this, and I think that there is a strong I want to word it properly. Strong opinions that are totally opposite of each other, and I feel like this is causing some friction. Does that make sense?
Makes total sense.
Now, one of these things that you cannot believe, and I want to make this so clear because your grandmother is a woman that will never back down from a fight. She always stands strong on truth. I hope that you can confirm that too.
Absolutely.
And so when I'm about to tell you, this goes against what you remember of her. That's why I want to share that. She said you need to walk away. It's not worth it.
Okay. That makes total sense.
It's all I can do. And that's why I like to share that it was opposite of what, because I'm sorry, I'm just going to let you know, your grandmother reminds me of a woman character, and it's like Mama's Family. You know, she's just out there and just a beautiful soul woman. And she smells really good too. I don't know why, but I feel like it's like white shoulders, the smell of white shoulders.
Yes, she always smelled very good.
It's splashed. You know, she splashed it. I want to let you know that she also shows me some of her necklaces. It's like jewelry pieces. And when she shows it to me, I don't feel like they had ones that droop down. They're closer to the neck, kind of like how my necklace is. It's closer to the neck. So they're not long ones. You have one of them?
I do not.
Do you know where the other one is?
I don't. I know that my mother and all of her sisters have my grandmother's jewelry, which she had a lot.
It's interesting because the one in question that she's showing me, I truly feel are like beads, like pearls. Okay. Maybe your mom has those. That would be interesting to find out if mom has that pair. And I want to let you know that she's also showing me her touching your mom's back end and her over by her rear end and stuff. So does she have some circulation troubles with her legs?
Sometimes she does, yes.
Grandma is going, she's massaging them lightly up and down. So I wanted to let you know that she's around. And I'm being told, I don't know if you have been thinking about it or it's just come up. And I kind of think that it's not something you want, but it's going to be good. Have you been thinking about moving?
No.
Look at how I said I don't think you're going to want it, but I'm seeing a move, and I think it's going to be good. And one of the things that I see is that it looks like it's downsizing, like not a bigger house, but smaller, more manageable, and it just feels like it's going to be in a more a closer spot. I feel like it'll get you closer to family and friends, to get you out there and more involved.
Okay. Interesting.
Keep me updated on that one. And if I was going to choose, I know he said your area code, don't know, but I feel like you're going south. And it's so interesting because I want to go down the border of the southern border, like South Carolina and that section.
Me?
It's what it looks like.
Oh, wow.
You have any friends, family? Have you thought about such area?
No, not at all. Actually, I am true blue Minnesota girl.
Minnesota is way north. Well, love to hear about something that might be coming down in there. And housework. I'm not sure how old you are, what direction are you looking into some changes? Because somehow I feel like those changes would have something to do with work.
Okay. Well, I'm a little concerned about my work this year. I'm thinking, I'm a teacher, so I'm not sure what's going to happen in the next couple of months.
Wow. You please remember, heaven knows, and I did state that I don't believe you're going to wanna, but it's going to be good for the family. It's going to be good for you. It looks good. It looks like it should be. And I think that the only way you're not going to be like, oh, let's just go out there and see what happens. A job probably is going to bring you that direction, or an opening of some kind. Everything falls for a reason. But the scary part of it is remember, this is good for you. And downsizing. I feel like downsizing is one of the things that you've been talking about and been thinking anyways. I think you got a lot of space right now you're not utilizing, correct?
That's correct. We have a huge house.
Heaven knows. The only thing I know of you is that you're a caller and now you are a forever friend.
Oh, thank you so much. Resonation everywhere.
You're so welcome. Thank you so much for entrusting me being a message from in between.
Well, girl, you are the best.
Thank you. Thank you. Love it.
Hey, thanks for taking my call, Jason. Hi to everybody out there.
Have a great night.
You're welcome.
You too. Thanks. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye. I think we got another forever friend holding on here. She's been waiting and not be able to hear. If you call in and I have you and you're on hold and you don't hear anything, it's because I got two of you. I'm able to put two of you on hold online. So we got 315 area code. I think Cece.
Cece is a new forever friend of mine. Yes.
Oh, there. Now she's off hold. There we go. You there, Cece?
I'm here.
Hey, thanks for calling
Hi,
in.
Cece.
Hi, Cece.
Hi.
I met Cece on one of my shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And we've had some private sessions too. And I think that nothing's changed. You know, this man loves you.
Yeah, I know.
And you know, Cece, since the last time we talked, he told me that you gave him a tongue lashing.
Oh, what?
You yelled at him. You were angry. A tongue lashing, you know, you got in his ass.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've had a really hard weekend and a hard week. I don't know.
And he knows that, and listen how he hears. And it's okay for you to be angry. That is so important to understand. Emotions were given to us by a higher person. I believe in our maker. We just happen to call him God because that's what it was told. Haven't met him personally, but I know he's there. And I've seen the miracles. And one of these things that he's showing me is, you're mad at yourself at one point of your emotions and what you're holding on to and what you wish you could get rid of. And the biggest thing today is letting you know it's all right to feel that way.
Yeah.
All right. It's so important to know that it's all right to call them names. Honey, look at where I am right now. And do you know there was years, at least 12 years that I went by that I was in extreme hatred by our maker, God. I couldn't pretend. And if I sit here and tell you that I was mad at him and pretended it wasn't, I wanted to be a mother so bad. And he was giving children to people that were throwing their babies away. And I'm going, damn it, give me one. I was mad. But I got 2 fabulous sons, and he wants you to know that it's all right for you need to let it out.
Okay.
This is the next step of your grieving process. I feel like what you need to do, sweetheart, Cece, and I'll let you ask whatever questions you want, but I think that it's about healing most of all, and that's what I want to help you with, right along with he. That's why he told me that he did. I want you to write down all of your feelings, your anger, incidences that you're like, why didn't you tell me? Or that's not how it went. Anything you want, write them down on little pieces of paper. And I want you to put it into that, that little cauldron bowl that you got. It almost looks like it's made out of clay. Does that make any sense? Did you pick it up? He's showing me this like little pot kind of handmade ceramic. It kind of looks brownish with flecks into it or something. It has some oranges in it. I hope that it makes sense because he says you're always picking things up at random places, almost like you like the unique items, and put all of it into. I know, and I need you to put it in there, and I want you to set them on fire.
Okay.
I know it sounds so simple. Okay. But remember, fire is energy, and it's about healing you. And most of all, you have every right to love them and hate them at the same time.
I know.
It's okay. And you need, and I'm not going to get real personal, but you need to wipe out those other thoughts in your head and put them into being you, getting back into the things that you love to do, the nature walks, volunteering work. These will help you get into back into wanting to live again.
Yeah, I just started volunteering somewhere to help.
It does help. The next step is helping the children. I feel like you're going to be doing some volunteer work that has to do with children, ill children. And I just find that it has something, it almost is like you're sharing how to do artwork or the splash of colors that come from you. And I feel like it's therapeutic.
Yes. I've been dabbling in art and stuff for probably 2 years now, and I stopped.
You're gonna love it. And in your hand, I see you doing it with the children, whether that they are kindergarten or they're with ones that need rehabilitation, or I hope I'm saying that word right, with their hands, because I see that you're helping them to, make their colors with their fingers and clay. So I think that you're going to be helping develop little young hands that are either growing up or they're hurt and need to be with help to move on. I know it's hard, it's crazy, but I just do. I just see that. It's the ones that need you the most that's going to make you feel the most wanted. That's what you need right now.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. I had a really tough weekend, and I felt like he told me I was crying, and I was talking on the Necrophonic app, and I swear that he came through and told me to stop crying. And of
course he did.
Was it him?
It's absolutely. He wants you to know that it's okay to feel that way. But I'm not getting, this is so interesting because I don't feel like it's him that said to stop crying. I feel like it's your grandfather that stepped forward to let you know to stop crying. Grandpa on mom's side.
Yeah, my grandfather on my mom's side. I knew him when I was really young, but I didn't like know him because he died before I was. Oh gosh, he died probably when I was like 5 or 6.
But he's the one that's letting you know that. That's who I feel said that to you.
Okay.
Your honey has been trying to give you a little bit of a break, trying to let you know because he knows that you're grieving and that each time that he talks or worried, right now it's all about healing you and letting you know that all of the emotions that you're going through is okay to feel that way. Even with you wanting to wring his neck, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's okay too.
Yeah.
That's
the
whole
I tell
key.
him every day that no matter what, I'll love him, but
I know.
Yeah.
I get it. And these are what he wants you to know, that it's all right. And when that goes in, you'll probably see more of him. But I want to let you know that the person that said to stop crying was Grandpa. And I want to let you, please ask your mom if he smoked a pipe. It's almost like I see something coming out of his mouth with this unique pipe. Has a curve to it. Not a straight pipe. It has a little curve to it. It looks brown. It looks. I can't wait till you send it to me or ask your mom. But it looks very special the way that the designs are into this pipe.
Oh, I will definitely have to ask her that.
I can't wait till you get the answer. I love those. I'll be putting it on my next show, but I definitely can see it. So I think it's so important for you to hear that. And also I see, did you ever ride horses or ponies?
No. Maybe when I was younger, but did my mom?
It's interesting that you said that it was younger, because remember, Grandpa went away on the other side when you were young, and I just happened to see this, and this animal looks like it's mainly white, but has some little dark spots on it. Not like an Appaloosa, but it does have a few dark gray patches on it. So I hope that might be something that will jar a memory.
Yeah, I'm going to ask my mom about that.
I love those parts because those are the ones that, it's like, how did you know that? Well, it's heaven, baby. It's heaven.
Yeah.
And Cece, everybody's listening to you now. So others have their own opinions, but the key thing is that we're all in this world and we have to find our own truths. And that's what you're trying to seek. You're not trying to stay in what people say you should be, the box. You're trying to look outside of the box, and they're seeing that on the other side, and there's nothing but good that can come from that, okay?
Okay.
I hope that helps, Cece. We love you.
It does.
Thank you for calling in, Cece.
I love you guys. Thank you. Thank
you. My forever friend.
Yeah. Bye.
Have a great night.
Bye, sweetie.
Yeah, the phone lines are blowing up. We got somebody else that's been waiting on the phone here for like 20 minutes, so let's get them on before we hopefully fit them. Yeah. 601 area code. Who do we got?
Hey, Miss Katrina.
Hello. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, sweetie. My name is Debbie.
Hi, Debbie. How are you doing? I hear your fur babies.
Doing well.
Can I thank you and Rody and Jason and Jamie and Rob for doing this tonight? Because this is going to be a blessing for many people.
Awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Jason. Thanks, Jamie. Thanks, Rob. And thank you. Now, it's very interesting because you have quite a few that I see in the background around you. So I think that unfortunately, I'm so sorry, but I feel like you had quite a few family members that have gone to heaven.
Yes, ma'am. Only one is left in me.
No, I'm talking to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm also being told that you do some, have you been scrying or doing some water work? I feel like you're thinking of different ways of communicating with the other side.
Yes, ma'am. The thing is, my birthday is this Wednesday, the 26th. I'm a Virgo, a perfectionist to the T, and I'm very, very lonely. I haven't had anyone in my life since July of 14. I've been talking to a gentleman in Virginia. I'm in Mississippi, and I just would like to know if he's for real, or if I need to keep on looking, because online dating is not for the faint of heart.
Well, at this moment, the only thing that I can say is that I'm not a psychic. So those kind of questions, I'm not quite sure. But what I do find is that you're going to need somebody that is in the same state of mind as you. And can you confirm that you are in the spiritual, paranormal things of trying to connect with? Do you dabble with trying to find the best way to communicate?
Yeah.
Do you also have a set of dowsing rods?
Yes.
Because I find that it feels like you're using the yes, no to get some assistance. And that's no problem. I just want to let you know that I'm being shown that. And this would happen to be with your loved ones that are on the other side to share. But I think one of the things that I'm being, please know, I have no way of telling you the future. But one thing that I think that will help you is going with like-minded fellas. Somehow, some way, it feels like maybe you try to alter yourself to be in that world and to make your dream come true, your twin flame, the person that you're hoping to connect with forever. I think that you have to literally just only be with yourself. Don't compromise who you are. Just bring it right out in the open, and that right person is going to be attracted to it.
Okay.
Can you confirm that some of the fellas that you've chosen were quite different than you in the lines of thoughts, thinking, and interests?
Just two of them, and one of them I was married to for over 30 years. So I don't know.
Well, I would state that those are good. So keep in that same field the things that you love, and the attraction's going to occur. I'm by myself too. I don't know, and it's scary. I'm so sorry. I didn't hear that.
Yeah. You there, Debbie?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you now.
Yeah. Okay. It's so hard to hear you. It's a little off for me on this end, so I don't know if it's my computer, but I hope that it isn't kind of. I just want you to know to stay true to yourself, and it will come your way. I don't see you dying alone.
Okay, thank you so much.
It's interesting. They show me a beard. Do you like guys with beards?
Yes.
There you go. See? He's coming.
All right. Thank you so much, Katrina.
You're welcome. Thank you for taking your time to contact us. You're my forever friend.
The phone lines are now clear. I had like 3 different people trying to call in during that, and then while I had other people on hold that I hung up, you can call in up there. Somebody heard me. Let's see how much time we got. Oh, somebody was trying to call on that line too. All right, hold on. We got, you think about 13 minutes is good enough for another reading?
Yeah, I'm in your hands.
Okay. I see somebody else. Oh man, the phone lines are blowing up. Sorry if I hang up on you. It's just
You blow it up and then there's nobody there. That sounds silly. No, just kidding.
I got somebody else on the other line. Let's see. Oh nope, dang it. It's double picking them up. From your iPhone. Let me see if I can get rid of that one.
Rody's eating some sweets.
Ah, shoot. See, hold on. I hung up on somebody. I want to call them back because I feel real bad. Yeah, darn it. See, I have 2 phones. Oh, see, I can't keep up. Everybody's calling in. So I feel bad for the person I just hung up on. I don't know if this was it or not. 856 area code. Who do we got?
This is Dee.
Say that again?
This is Dee. I'm the one that had the test for my throat.
Ah, D.
And it's not doing well.
Oh, no.
And I had to get out of the Facebook site. This is Dee Hershey. I talked to you and Jamie instead.
Yeah.
And I say little messages on Facebook.
Yeah, how you doing?
I got to get out of the Facebook page to make a phone call on my cell phone. That's where I have the Facebook at. Well, anyway, I wanted to ask the lady if she could read for me.
What kind of reading would you like, honey?
Excuse me?
Would you like to communicate with someone in particular?
Well, my mom, my mom's name is Kath, and Mary Jane, who passed away. And I just lost another friend, Bill. A lot of mummers been passing away lately. But I had a question about my throat because I have another test this week where I go into the hospital for this.
There's a coating on the left side. I don't know why.
I'm still having problems with my throat.
Okay, when you say your throat, I feel like it's your mother. Your mom told me that she had problems. It's like she's showing me her belly, side troubles. Did she have some problems with gas or pain in the belly? Your mom.
I get problems everywhere. But I know my mom did have problems with her stomach, but mostly I've been a lot.
That's okay. I just want to make sure that I am connecting with the right family member before I start giving you any kind of medical assistance. That's the key. So, and the next thing that she shows me she shows me pink slippers, the slip-on slippers. She shows me pink slip-on slippers.
Oh, okay. My mom's name was Kath.
Okay, I don't do names, but I'm seeing her. She's showing me her feet, her wearing her pink slippers, and I just want to share to make sure that did she pass when it was in the evening? Was she in her pajamas?
I can't remember.
It's okay. Now, the next thing that I need to share with you is when you were asking about your throat, I got a vision of the left side of the throat, like something's being coated. So is the place in your throat, is the left side the area of interest?
Yeah, because I can't swallow. I'm having problems talking. I had the endoscopy back in January 13th of this year due to the fact that I couldn't swallow last time. I had everything like food, medication, not going down. It was coming up. So I had the test and my throat, my neck was swollen. I'm still sore. I still have numbness. I've lost a lot of weight because I haven't been able to eat well, swallow, and even talk. I'm only whispering. And even whispering, I'm losing my voice. And I had the test last week where it's something about esophageal or something, and it's a mobile test where I had to wear these wires in me overnight. And I brought them back, and I just got a message from my doctor judge saying that they couldn't find anything. I have a test with the ENT doctor this week where I go in overnight, and they're supposed to do biopsy. And I am really having a lot of pain with this.
I'm just seeing, and almost, you know, if you were to put your hand just slightly on your trachea, how you can feel that. Somehow I feel like you feel that all the time. Like there's some pressure going on in the throat, like it's not lined right or something, like it pushes it off to the side. All I can tell you is that I'm seeing like this slick thickening on the left side of the throat, and it shouldn't be there. And I don't know if you have phlegm that sticks there. I don't know if it's back or forth, but it looks like it's something sticking on the left side is what I'm showing. But I kind of think it's going to be needing surgery. I don't think it's like medicine that would be given to you to get rid of it. So,
yeah,
but I also don't see you going nowhere either.
And they're saying that Dr. Armad, Mod or whatever his name is, I'm going in this Wednesday morning. And I'm supposed to be out on the 27th, which I don't think I am. I think I'm going to be in there for a couple of days. And I'm worried. And even tonight, I told them I'm having problems even swallowing liquids. And I've lost so much weight, it's bothering my whole inside. I've lost muscle tone.
I'm so sorry.
With this problem from the endoscopy, push back all my other health issues that I have. And tomorrow I go in for x-rays and MRIs for my foot that I fractured from last July because I dropped a tablet on that foot.
Oh my goodness.
And I get the x-rays and MRIs. I'm just a total catastrophe.
I'm so sorry. But what I'm seeing, I think they are going to find something on the left side, but I don't see you dying from this. I want to make this so clear. I don't see there anything of where you're going over to the other side. I don't feel like you're going to, this is going to take you out. Somehow I feel like that's what you need to hear. And I'm not just telling you something you need to hear. I'm being told to tell you. So that will take a little bit of the anxiety away. And do you drink coffee when you could drink? I know that sounds crazy because Jason was talking about, do you drink coffee when we were talking about something funny? But for some reason, it just seems like I smell it. And I just was, I don't know if you use teas or stuff, but it just looks like these little warm things, warm drinks is soothing to the throat, not the colds. So I'm not sure. I'm not a medical professional.
I drink hot tea in the morning.
Okay, so it was tea. And did you notice that it was kind of soothing to your throat?
I've been trying to eat like applesauce, anything that's really, really, really creamy. But in the past few weeks, since I feel like they don't really care, they think I'm fine, I've been eating potato chips and even bread I can't eat. And I forget what I was eating, this little chicken thing from chicken breast or whatever, chicken whatever, from the other night. And I was eating that tonight and it got caught in my throat swallowing.
Wow. Well,
So-
that would, maybe it's muscular, you know, it's sometimes just like you get the spasms, but I do feel like it's on the left side. And somehow I feel like warmer foods or things that are warmer is more soothing, because I think that it's going through that coating. I think that colder items are more inflamed. It's very odd, but there's going to be a change in the way that you have to live, but you're not going to die from this. That's what I just want to let you know. I don't see any death. But you are correct. There's something there that's causing you trouble. And just make sure that you find the right doctor to listen to you, sweetheart. That's all that I can say.
I thank you, because I don't have anybody here, and I told them I need to be in the hospital. And I've been trying to clear things out, and because I have a few things I want to get rid of, and I feel like, you know, it's my mom's personal things, and my mom's here in the hallway with me because I see her. I see spirit, and there's a lot of birds that were flying in the sky tonight, seagulls. I have a cricket that's popping in here tonight.
Yay!
And the other thing was a killer bee and that strange-looking, jumping butterfly, that thing that's there, the government's been talking about. I saw that today too.
Wow. See, so you got yourself in tuned.
And I just want to know if few things that I want to get rid of my mom's, if it's okay. I don't know if she's going to be upset, because she knows if you see her spirit, my mom has still curly hair, that I hang on to too many things, and I feel like if I get rid of something or I sell, that my mom's going to be upset, because we really didn't talk about this. And my mom told, and I found plaques that she had from 1968 to 69. I don't know what to do, if I should throw them out or what. Would she be upset? I don't know.
Not upset at all, because you know she's got her own copies of that kind of stuff on the other side. Everything is a thought process. Trust me, they don't actually have a hand. It's just thinking that it's there, and there it is. Having some chocolate or having a drink. It's not actually there. It just happens to be thought process. I don't know how to explain it. And she's not having any problems whatsoever. She did say to keep the necklace, though.
I'm going to just go through the makeup again and get rid of that, and certain things I'm going to hold on to. And then there's a little plaque of the year. I am holding that, but that little sign, that gold sign with my birth date, I'm going to hold on to that. And then just throw the wood pieces away.
The pieces that mean something to you will mean something to her. The rest of it is just energy, honey. So whatever makes you feel happy and okay with, that is what she is letting you know is okay. So don't let that bother you at all in the decisions that you make.
Thank you, Dee, for calling in. We got to go to commercial break. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Dee.
Thank you.
All right. Have a great night, Dee. Take care of yourself.
I will, and I'll keep you posted.
Okay, get a second opinion or a third if you need to.
Yes.
All right, guys, we're going to go to our last commercial break. I got somebody else waiting on the other phone line, 337 error code. I'm sorry I hung up on you before. I got you now. Stay there. When we come back, we'll keep taking your calls and getting these amazing readings from Katrina. Like I said, she blows my mind every time I have her on. It's always incredible. All right, guys, we'll be right back after the short commercial break.
Intercepted the transmission of unknown origin. Transmission? Out here? SOS. Human. Unknown.
Alien. Certificate X. Exclusive engagement at the Odeon Leicester Square. now.
Any systematized transmission indicating a possible intelligent origin must be investigated.
In space, no one can hear you scream.
If you are interested in discovering the truth about the paranormal and want to hear from leading researchers in the field, join Justin Brown on his 3 weekly shows named My Paranormal Soapbox, Necromancer Live Show in the Supernatural Symposium, live on Facebook, YouTube, and
This is an APAC studio presentation.
Hi, I'm Barry, owner-operator of Barry's Barometer Barn. Lately, I bet you've been lying awake at night asking yourself, how many barometers do I really need? Well, at Barry's Barometer Barn, we think you need more than one. Otherwise, we're going to go out of business. Remember, at Barry's Barometer Barn, we don't know the meaning of high-pressure sales. Come on, folks, buy another barometer. I'm trying to put my kids through college. I've got a family to support and a secret mistress who isn't cheap.
Visit Barry's Barometer Barn, 000 Storm Drive. Come on, folks, buy a barometer. I'm Barry's older brother, Larry. And every time one of you people walk past the store without coming in, Barry beats me.
This has been a presentation from Tim Morgan's APAC Studio. For more almost professional amateur comic studio content, visit the APAC YouTube channel. Search APAC 2002. That's APAC 2002 on YouTube.
When Alex Gardner is asleep, he has an extraordinary gift. The government wants it, the scientists want it, but to keep it may cost him his life. It might be better if Alex didn't sleep at all, but he cannot resist entering the dreamscape. Can you? See Dreamscape in the West End and all over London now. Certificate 15. It takes an extraordinary adventurer to enter the dreamscape.
Are you intrigued by Paranormal Talk Radio? You'll love the new Paranormal Radio app from Talkstream Live. You'll find a great selection of talk shows covering UFOs, ghosts, strange phenomena, and much more. Download the Paranormal Radio app now and start listening to the very best in paranormal talk entertainment, including the network you're listening to right now, the Paranormal Radio app, free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
Join us every Wednesday night at midnight Eastern Standard Time for Weird Wednesday, the live stream, with your hosts Jamie, the Living Dead Girl, and Rob, the Phantom, where we'll talk about all things paranormal, including zodiac, astrology, tarot card and oracle card readings, live ghost boxing and spirit communication, where we'll do Voices from Beyond, the Cold Case Files. So we hope you join us live on Facebook and YouTube every Wednesday night at midnight Eastern Standard Time. We hope to see you there. Bye-bye.
The night is alive. Join us and take a walk on the weird side when you tune in to the Kingdom of Nye, hosted by Heather Wade, the finest in late night talk. Listen live free weeknights starting at 9 p.m. Pacific time at thekingdomofnye.com, talkstreamlive.com, and the Paranormal Radio app. Wanna take a ride?
Since 1948, Fate Magazine has brought you reports of the strange and unknown, all of them true. Fate Radio is carrying on that tradition, bringing you the unusual, macabre, strange, and bizarre. Join host Kat Hobson Sunday nights from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern on WBHM Digital Broadcasting.
Heat 'em up.
Do, re,
Egon.
Tonight on Paranormal Soup, we have Katrina Cooper and Rody Speake. Katrina Cooper's taking your calls, doing these readings. You know, Katrina, I don't think you need a photo. You've been doing great tonight without any photos, not knowing who's going to call in. You've been nailing it. That's what I love having on. 5 years of doing this, you know, I don't know how many times now we've had Katrina on the show, but she blows me away every time. And check it out when we have her back on and Rody for our Halloween show. They always join us for the Halloween show because we'll do ITC, and she's like a little spirit box radio or a battery for spirit boxes. I swear, we get so much stuff. But we do have people on the lines. I got 2 people on both lines, so if you call in, I might have to hang up on you because our lines are full. But maybe we can fit you in this last half hour. We don't know. But the phone lines are 219-230-4444 or 260-225-9419 or Skype. You can call in by oojblandoo or Skype ID Jblandparanormalsoup. Those are the ways to call in. We got a little bit of time left in the show, and we got people waiting on hold. So let's go ahead and get right back into it. Now, I know I got somebody that's been waiting on hold. I hung up on probably a couple times. So Zach's on the other line. I've hung up on him a couple times. Hang in there, Zach. We got another call that's been waiting for you. All right, we got 337 area. Who do we got?
That's Stephanie Graham or me.
It's you. Who's you?
Stephanie.
Oh, all right. Hey, Tiffany. Thank you for calling in. Sorry about hanging up on you earlier.
Yep.
Is that our Tiffany? Hey, Tiffany.
Tiffany, right? With an E. Teffany.
Oh, it's not Tiffany Berry. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Hi,
Yes,
Tiffany.
how you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thank you so much for joining us today. What can I help you with? I figure I might as well ask that first before I get started.
Okay, it's about my son. He passed away. There's 2 questions. Just how did he die?
Now, when you ask that question, I want to let you know that the first thing I get is I get dark hair. Did he have dark brown hair?
Yes.
And when I see it, I see that the hair brushes the neck. Was it long enough to where it brushed the neck, but not on the shoulder and not real close to the ear?
Yes.
I just want to make sure that I got the right person. And this particular person does show me a tattoo on the forearm. Does that make any sense to you?
He had it on his neck. He's probably talking about my tattoo.
You got a tattoo on your forearm?
Yes.
Would it have anything to do with your son, or are you planning on adding to for your son?
No.
Okay. I just see something being added with color. So I'm not sure if the one that you have has color to it, and specifically some pinks and reds to it. So I don't know if you're adding color to it or if it is, but I want to make sure that the gentleman that I'm speaking to is him, because he shows me him feeling a little bit on the dizzy side. I almost feel like I'm, like when your ears are plugged and you're trying, or you get off of a elevator and you can get that little sway feeling. Yeah. That's how I'm feeling. And I also feel like I'm face down somehow, but off to the side. I feel like my left side of my cheek is touching a hard surface. So this is, first of all, can you tell me how they found him?
They found him on the ground in front of his van. I'm trying to did his girlfriend murder him?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
There's a lot of proof that his girlfriend murdered him.
Oh, wow.
I want to let you know that, first of all, I truly believe that it has something to do with something he ingested. The way that my body feels, the way my pupils feel. Was there a toxicity report?
He was hung.
He was hung.
Yeah, he was in a fight with his girlfriend, and he went to put the rope up because he just had enough. And he changed his mind, and she says, well, if you want to hang yourself, here, I'll help you. And she pushed him.
But I still got to get back. Did they do a toxicity report?
Yes.
And some stuff came in there, right?
It was what?
There was some positive. I'm not going to say any of the others. There was something in the system, correct?
Yes, but it was just Klonopin and some wine, alcohol.
Oh, that would be the dizzy feeling. I'm over here drinking some wine too, but I did feel the dizzy. I want to let you know that I feel like he ingested something. I feel like there were some things that she was putting or having him drink that would, give you a depression, sadness. It's kind of like pushing you over the edge. And I don't think that it was just like a week or so. I kind of feel like it might be like, you might have seen some changes in him like in a 3-month period.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, I want to let you know that this man right here, it was quick. 2, he does show me that he, like I told you, so when they dropped him down, he probably landed on the left side. That's how it felt. And that's so interesting. He didn't have shoes on, did he?
No.
I just want to let you know that I feel real confident in confirming your suspicions that something was being given to this gentleman to have him question and depression. There's medications out there and stuff that they say will cause. And you said he had wine too. So I'm wondering if it might have been some kind of psychiatric medicine. I wondered if she took it herself.
That's what Klonopin is. And he knew better than to take that because they tried to give him that for his depression. And it always made him want to commit suicide. So that pushed him over the edge.
I'm telling you, it's true. It's all of this stuff is, she played mind games.
Yep. I have it all on text.
I got a question. Does she have a child that's outside of your son?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure that I'm getting the right guy. And I want to let you know that he tells me that it is grandma that's on the other side with him. And she's a dancer. I hear the music. I feel like this woman loves dancing and the cha-cha-cha kind of thing. It lots of energy is coming from her. He's not by himself.
Cajun music. Her daddy was a Cajun musician and mama loved Cajun music. She danced.
Love heaven. I love how they are. I love how it goes. And please know that your son is okay. He also knows that you have been trying to be an advocate for people of such. So have you been looking into helping or getting into the suicide awareness programs?
I've been helping lots of people. They give me gifts and yes.
Please know that he loves that because that keeps his memory alive. And it's so interesting because I feel like he loved fast cars. Not that he owned one, but he's in heaven. He gets to have all of them.
Yeah. Can I ask you one more question?
Yes.
I woke up to a spirit next to my body. And then so once when it went away, I just turned to my side and all of a sudden I felt a whoop, like it went through my body and I had tingles head to toe. This happened twice already. Oh, wow. Then I had flashbacks of my son's whole life.
It is. The person that went through your body was grandma, because you've been worried about him and she wanted to let you know that she's taking good care of him. So I want you to know that that is real, and she was there, and you could smell her too. She has this floral, sweet smell to her. And she's fluffy on top. So not like me, but she's a little fluffy, kind of like a pear shape, but the opposite. She looked like she had thinner legs. So, or is that an apple?
Yeah, they called her chicken because she had thin legs.
She had thin legs. She's fluffier on the top, but she's got thinner legs. I just want to let you know that was the person that stepped through, and she just wanted to give you confirmation that that he's not, alone, and that there's somebody that's going to keep him in order. And there's something about a motorcycle too. It's like he's enjoying motorbiking.
Yes, he had a motorcycle.
Mom, he's okay. I want to let you know, and I'm so sorry for your loss, but he's all right. And he tells me that he's by the rainbow. So when you look up at the rainbow, I feel like you also see that.
Does he have anything to say?
Yeah, I told you he's okay and that he loves you.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. You have a blessed day, and you're my forever friend.
Okay. Thank you. You're my great friend too. Thank you.
Thank you, Tiffany, for calling in.
All right.
All right, we got somebody else waiting on the line. We got Zach's been trying to call in. Zach, you there?
Hey, brother, how you doing?
Doing good, man. Sorry for hanging up on you. You know how it goes when we got Katrina on.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. Katrina, Rody, my forever friends, how you doing?
We're fine. How are you, Zach?
Doing great, Zach. Good to hear your voice.
We're doing pretty good, too. So for tonight, I'm actually calling on behalf of my fiance. She actually has a question. She's very shy about being on the phone, so I'm going to ask this for her. She wants to know if there are any loved ones around her, and do any of them have a message for her?
Well, first of all, I whispered it out while you were doing it, so you can go back to it. I see fur babies all around this woman. I feel like she's just got this connection to animals. So I hope that this makes sense for her. It just seems like there's a huge connection of everybody being around there. And because she's not around, you're already pushing me to the limit, because my craft works with connecting with your energy. So I'm hoping that you'll be able to confirm about the animals, especially when I'm not talking to her. That's kind of hard to get that energy through there. But I personally get a male figure. I feel like there's a male that he was kind of strict. Well, I would say he is strict, but was a man of very little words. I hope that makes a little sense. And I feel like this is someone that would have to do with possibly grandfather, since I'm not sure how old she is, but because he looks like he's got some age to him too. Something to do with the hip, right hip. Looks like he might have had a slight little pain, which would cause maybe a limp. So I hope that helps a little bit. But please know that it limits me what you're asking me to do without talking to her or knowing the direction. So I hope that helps her.
No, the fur babies comment definitely does connect. She has a lot of animals that live here. As for the gentleman that you're describing, can you see just like what kind of attire maybe that he's wearing?
The first thing that I got was the attire that it looks to me. They're not denim jeans. They're kind of like those pants that you see. Oh God, I don't want to insult anyone, but I'm going to just check. Like you see janitors wearing. They got those greenish gray slacks, kind of decker kind of pants. That's what it kind of looks like to me. Or a person that. Well, those are the kind of pants that I see him in. And what's very interesting, he shows me his hands. His hands are very rough. I find that he had worked real hard, and the knuckles are very large with long hands. So looking at him, I would say that he had quite a bit of size. And I do smell smoke, so I think that he smoked. And looking at the areas, I feel like maybe he had some problems with his stomach, or maybe even prostate. I'm not quite sure, but it feels like there's a lot of stuff, pressure going on in that area. And she might not know that. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, she's telling me here, based on some of the description you're giving me, is that, I mean, her grandfather actually smoked. He was a smoker, and not sure about where the overalls came from, but for somebody who worked very hard. I mean, he was a pastor actually at a church, and he actually helped to found a church actually not too far from where she lived. And she's telling me that he was a farmer as well.
Okay. Well, I did say that I saw his hands that work hard, but I never said that he wore overalls. I said that he wore those slacks like that are like not denim, but grayish green is what I said. I just wanted to share that I didn't say overalls.
Right.
I said, I stated that it's like the pants that you would see janitors wear. And I'm not saying he was a janitor. It just looked like he was wearing slacks that were a thicker material, like denim, like khakis, like a thick colored khaki.
Kind of like the painter pants in a way. That have
like that, but minus the loop. It doesn't have no loop. He's wearing a belt, and they're thicker material. They're like a grayish green is what I'm wearing, and I also see him wearing some boots.
Yeah, that also could be her other grandfather as well on her dad's side, because he himself actually was a farmer. He owned a pistachio farm out in California, so that could be him as well.
Well, I hope that it helps her. And it's very interesting because when you just said that of that farmer, I saw curls, soft curls in his hair. So I think that he had some waviness in his hair, not kinky curls, but a soft curls of wave that went over the hat. It's very interesting because I see a hat he's wearing in the little set of little curls coming up. But once again, I'm pretty excited about myself even getting that right, because I'm not even talking with her. You're the link. And that's a new one for me. So I hope she knows.
Yeah, actually, that actually, she says, that does ring a lot of bells for her, definitely. Thank you so much.
And he's missing a tooth. There's a tooth that's missing in his lower left side. In his mouth. It may even be the canine one.
Oh, she'll definitely have to take a look into that and see if any of her grandfathers actually were missing a canine tooth. But thank you so much.
Down here on the bottom, I'm not talking about the top. I'm talking about the bottom, the one that has those marks. That one. So, and it's on the left-hand side. So, and I'm being told that she needs to go and get her teeth cleaned.
That's probably true.
She says it's probably true.
We heard her.
Oh, now you're coming out of the woodworks. Well, guess what? You're a forever friend now, even though I don't know who you are.
Zach's fiance.
Well, nice to meet you, Zach, fiance. And I hope that helps you, that you do. And most of all the fur babies just around you. Just saw that was the very first thing.
She's laughing at that. But thank you so much, Katrina, for the reading once again. It's
You're
always
so
a pleasure.
welcome. Tell her to keep it going. And there's something about a bracelet. So did she get a piece of jewelry from her grandmother?
No, she didn't. No.
Is it a watch? Does she wear something on her left wrist now?
No, she doesn't wear anything on her left wrist.
Sorry, I just saw something on her wrist. So does she got it on her right? So did I get the wrong wrist? Does she wear a bracelet?
No,
Sorry.
she doesn't.
Apologize. I tried it. I just
She's
saw
been
it
going all day.
No, I can't. Hey, I'm pretty damn good there just to get going between you, Zach. I can't believe it. But I just saw a wrist and I saw a bracelet on that. So maybe Zach's going to give her one. I don't know. Maybe it's the future. Let me know.
The bus here now, buddy. You got to pony up a nice bracelet.
Making sales.
Her birthday's coming up in a few weeks, so she'll probably say, "Well, where's my bracelet?"
Yep.
her birthday's in a couple of weeks. Well, I'd have to say that. I don't know. We'll see how things go. Let me know. I only speak what I see.
I'll definitely post it up. Thank you so much once again, Katrina.
You're welcome, and congratulations, and happy birthday, my new forever friend.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Katrina. Have a good night, everybody. All right.
Bye. Wow, that was hard.
That can you see? She's been on fire all day. This show, our show today, by the way, it's Forever Friends by Katrina live every other Sunday, 4 p.m. The next show is Sunday, September 6th.
So I want to cover this. So if somebody wants to get on for Forever Friends, let's go over that process before we run out of time. What do they got to do? Let's go over that again.
If you want to be on our show, it's $15 for one photo. You will contact Rody Speake or Katrina Cooper. You send us a private message. If we're not sold out, because we've been selling out by Tuesdays and Wednesdays when we have it, thank you. But you send me $15 through Facebook Messenger because it doesn't cost you nothing, nor myself. And what we do is put you in line, whoever comes first. We're already got a few that's already purchased for next 2 Sundays. And by Thursday, you will hear from Rody. We ask you for your email address. Rody will send you the link to Paranormal Soup, to StreamYard, and you will get on our show just like here on Jason's. And when it's your turn, but prior to that, I asked you to send me a photo on a Saturday. It gives me a time to be able to get the connection. And I promise you get your notes an hour or so prior to the show. And then you get on here just like we're doing right here. We get to talk. And as soon as I see that I have zeroed in on your spirit, because you got to remember, there's a lot of people that want to be heard. And if they can pretend to be someone else just so they can get their message through, that's why I asked you those questions, especially when you're asking me things that have to do with your health. I want to make sure that I'm talking to the right person, and they're the ones that are giving you your messages, and that you're talking to that's why I want to confirm before we get into those other questions. And that's what it will be like on our show. And of course, Rody will be there and we have fun. Rob's been on the show. Jamie's has tucked in on us, and we talk with Jamie in private. So, and Rob, I know you're making me a commercial. Can't wait to see that. And I just love everybody, and we don't have nothing written down. Rody does, but I'm like you, Jason. Whatever comes, what may. And we've had mess ups. We've had bloopers, and but I think that's what the fun part of it is.
Interesting. It's always interesting. I find it interesting is that you really get connected with people with the photos. I've talked about it on the show. My one really powerful medium-like experience where I held a photo of somebody who was they were in a casket in the photo, and knowing their first and last name from that. It's that. What is it in a photo that makes you connect? Because I had that experience.
Well, I know because you sent me a photo once in the very beginning of us being together of a skull, and I just sent you back what I was like, this is a real one. And it was. Do you remember that?
That was from an investigation. Yes.
The honest to goodness, the reason why I need the picture, number one, your energy is connected to it, the person that wants the reading, just by sending it to me. 2, it helps me to pick that darn person out of the crowd. I have them always around. I've learned to be able to not listen to them, but let's all face it. Now, Jason, you're a dad. You can hear your sons in the middle of a crowd if they were to get lost. It's just that tunement that you got. Well, that's what I use your photo for. I don't know their voice, but I can see them and I pull them forward and I only listen to them.
It hones you in.
Exactly.
Yeah, that the experience I had by holding that photo was a really weird experience. Like it honed me into knowing all these things, just a knowing about that person in the photo, even though I didn't have any clue who they were.
The energy, there's objects can be put in my hands and I can tell you what a person went through or what was going on or what they did with it. I had a knife in my, didn't know it was a knife. Had my eyes closed. Somebody put it was my son. He always plays this with me. And he puts it in my hand and I kept going like this. I felt like it was being stabbed and I felt like it was an animal. I know that sounds gross, but my son had a turtle. He doesn't kill anything. He doesn't eat. It's that kind of thing, but he just used it to kill the turtle with. Did not know this information. So, and I told Rody about it. So there's stuff that we're trying to help the world. The more that I can learn how it's being said, how it's being done, I use Rody to, because you guys know she's fabulous at remembering things, getting to the heart of it. And the most of all is this woman has the most questions in the whole wide world for even someone we just meet. So at least she knows to ask them. Me, I'm just like, is that all you want to tell me? Okay, good. She's like, well, what about this? And I'm going, good question. So I ask them, you don't know. You just, there is no cookie cutter when it comes to paranormal.
No. I miss your tough calls into the show, Rody, by the way.
Yeah.
You have some of the toughest questions to guess.
Yeah. Well, when I decide to watch a show, I always research the guests because I want to know what they're going to be talking about, what's going on. Yeah. So.
And Katrina, I want to say before we get up here, when the last time I was on with my friend Sam, right at the end of her reading, you said you felt like her baby was going to come early. I just want to tell you, you were absolutely right.
I love it. I wasn't right. Spirit was.
There you go.
I just interpret it right. I'm a spirit interpreter. And if I get it wrong, I'm humble enough to say it. And if I get it right, I'm humble enough to give the right people credit. And that's heaven.
Yeah.
Awesome. And she's loving, having a great time, being a mommy, right?
Yeah, she's had some issues, and yeah, the baby was way
You're in
early.
the breastfeeding area.
What's that?
Will change. Is she breastfeeding?
Not yet. She was like 2 months early, so she's still the baby's still in the hospital.
Successfully breastfeeding. So
Yep.
tell her that I see that happening.
Yep.
Wow, that is really early.
2 months early? Yeah.
That's okay, because I had another child that was told that she was going to be in October, and all the doctors said that she was going to be latter September. Here I am going against the doctors. I'm going against all the family, and she was born October 1st.
Yeah, she was due in October, and you mentioned something you were seeing August, and well, there you go.
Holy cow, I said August? I did it? Don't even know until you share it with me. And we'll be putting that up on Rob. I'm going to put that on our next updates. That's a little segment that we're adding to we're putting updates on.
Oh, yeah, updating at the beginning of the show where people didn't know something, but then they wouldn't ask their family members. So we're kind of doing that up on the screen at the beginning of the show. Yeah.
And that's got to be Kwame. We're out of time.
Okay.
You went by fast. You were on complete fire night.
Yes, I told you.
Amazing readings. Amazing readings.
Yeah, I can't believe your Zach friend. I don't know how that happened. Must have been the diamond today. I love you guys. Jamie, we're going to get down there. We're going to see you, girl. We're heading to California one day without fires.
Without the fire.
I will probably see you before.
But we're getting Jamie here.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, no, we are. I've already talked to her. She's coming here, and we're going to have a good old time. We're going to take you to a couple places. You're going to stay here in the condo with us.
Oh my God, that's wonderful! I can't wait. And Jason, you need to get you guys out.
Yeah,
We've
you
been
need to
begging
get all
for-
you three of you guys. You need to come.
One day we definitely will. Thank you, ladies, my paranormal mamas. I love you.
We love you, Jamie.
Bye, guys.
October 25th, these ladies will be joining us for the
can't
show,
do it,
live DC, Halloween shenanigans, Katrina Cooper, Rody Speake. Next week, we are going to have Nick Redfern back on for his third time on the show. This time I've been reading his newest book, The Revolution Forest UFO Conspiracy. This is kind of a controversial book in the UFO field, and I can't wait to have Nick Redfern on to talk about that. That'll be next week. Same bad time, same bad channel, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Central, 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Pacific time. Check us out. Make sure you follow, subscribe on YouTube and Facebook, and thank you to everybody who shares the show out. That means the most to me. That helps tell people about the show. Keep telling people about Paranormal Soup. And thank you to all my Patreons. $2 a month does help pay the bills. All right, guys, we'll see you next Sunday. Have a great night.
Bye, everybody. Mwah, my Jamie.